Hello!
Hello!
Hello. Welcome back to Tragedy of Theolosian. This part of the show where we just sing silly songs. I am Serenity, and we are finally back. A good chunk of our group was gone for Gen Con, and now they are relaxed and back and ready to be thrown back into some shit. Before we get started, I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple of announcements, and then we'll figure out what happened 2 weeks ago. So we are, and so are you, caught up. Um, first of all, I would like to thank everyone for coming in today. We have another show. We have that every Monday at the same time, which is Witches of Woodside. We do normally have Sellsword Saga. We normally have Sellsword Saga. We are in a bit of a hole for that for right now, but that is normally every Wednesday. Or sorry, every other Wednesday. Right now we are doing one shots on the Wednesdays. Hey, Daph, would you like to talk about something that's happening in the one-shot variety?
Oh yes, we're having a one shot this week to raise money for Kaz Afghanistan appeal. I said that word wrong. Anyway, yeah, it's going to be a one shot evening at the Athenaeum. Adara is going to be DMing this time, and we have some cool new people. We have Luana, aka the Witch Bard. Very lovely person. Haven't played with them in so long. I'm very excited. And we also have I Am the Rubric, who is also going to be giving away some stickers. So if you donate, you have a chance to win some cool stickers from Rubric. And we also have some other very cool prizes to give away, which will be announced very soon. Yeah, we will be playing quite a fair show of characters. Luana will be playing Van Gogh, or as Adara likes to say, Van Gogh. I will be playing Anne Bonny, the Pirate Queen. Rubric will be playing Amelia Earhart, and Frank will be playing Nikola Tesla. So, very interesting group of historic people. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Join
that
us.
kind of. Oh, go ahead.
Join us for some shits and gigs because we concocted up a way to raise money and it's chaotic. So
Chaotic Bonnie.
Hey!
Ah!
It kind of fits it all in. I love it. Yeah. So join us. That is going to be this week. That's going to be this Wednesday, correct?
yes, same time, 8:30 p.m. EST.
Perfect. So yeah, join us on that. That also talks about our charity for the month. This is the last week we will be having this charity. So 10% of all of our proceeds from our Patreon and other things, or if you just donate, 10% of what we get is going to go to them, because they need our help and we want to help support them. Next month we'll have a brand new charity. If you'd rather just give money to themselves, there is a link there. Speaking of which, our Patreon. Our Patreon involves all of our shows here on Faithings and Friends. That's just the way that we can keep doing what we need to do. With a little bit of support, you get some cool extra stuff, including some art from Dice Goblin Andre, who is right there. There will also be some special art from Disaster Druid Adara, who will be DMing this Wednesday. Some cool stuff like that. You can join for the special price of minimum $1. If you want to donate more, absolutely feel like it, but we want to make sure that everyone can kind of get in and see what we have in store, and every little bit counts. Speaking of which, we have other things that you can do too if you want to help donate some money and get some cool shit in return. We got a Redbubble. We have a Redbubble, you guys. So if you like shirts, masks, hats, all the things, we got a lot of stuff. Tote bags. Sorry, just read the chat. Fuck you, Sloan. We have all that stuff. They're on our Redbubble, so you can go ahead and check that out if that's something you are interested in. Also, thank you to our affiliate, which is going to be Geeky Clean. Geeky Clean is awesome. They give, they have a bunch of things like dice in bath bombs, normal bath bombs that are like geeky related, and soaps and like other shower like scented things. They're super great. I know I'm not 100% tonight, you guys. This is the first time after 2 weeks. It's been a long day. But go ahead and check those out if you're interested. A little bit helps if you use that link. If you just want to get some cool stuff, that's a good place to go. Also, thank you tonight to Sirenscape for giving us the vibes. Because boy, are we going to need them.
No.
Did I
didn't like
miss
that Serenity.
I think you got everything. You kind of crushed it. I was gonna say it was very
Yeah.
smooth.
Yeah.
You did great.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. Okay. We did one thing good tonight. Okay. Everything else is going to suck. All right. So let's go ahead. We're going to go. we're gonna go through everyone's like little introduction so you can know who we are. Our link trees will be in the comments, so if you want to check out our stuff there, feel free to. I am Serenity. I am the DM, and probably tonight the Bringer of Sadness, which is normally a title given to Frank, the DM for Mondays, but I might take it tonight depending on what happens. But that is me. Next up is Andre.
Hey. I'm Andre. I go by Dice Goblin Andre on various social media websites and applications. And I play Kazimir, the Wild Magic Barbarian Bastard. And I was at Gen Con, I got a big ass die for him.
Fuck
So
yes.
it goes.
Big ass
It's a
die for a
large
big ass
die.
boy.
A big ass
Yeah.
boy. Hello everybody, my name is Sloan, aka Arclebe, my pronouns are they, them, and you can also find me at Arclebe on a lot of different places on the internet. I play Bastian, the little man bun bitch boy wizard. That's me.
Hello, I'm Depth. And I will be playing Melaena, the angsty, edgy cleric rogue that will not be dying tonight.
The late Melaena.
Serenity.
Hi, everybody! It was Christian. And I am playing Ragna, the Ironclaw Pride, Leonin, an Echo Knight fighter who's afraid of his own shadow. And
That's so sad when you say it like that. You can't say that shit,
Oh wow,
man.
yeah, that sucks.
Oh,
That's a bummer.
Poor baby.
that's me!
It's fine.
I'm
Everything's
glad that
fine.
Melaena and
Everything's
Kaj
fine.
was last episode before.
No!
everything went down.
Right,
She's
right?
not gonna die!
So the last week, which was 2 weeks ago, we're just gonna do a brief little reminder so everyone can remember where we're at. So what happened last week? We had some talks between characters, like for example, Melaena and Kazimir made up. They're doing much better now. Well, no, not quite like that, Sloan, but some people wish, I'm sure. Like Kate.
What?
Kate's ship's fucking everything.
And we love them for it.
We do. I'm still
It's like-
gonna give him shit for it.
It's like a hamster and a carrot. That's weird.
Wow.
So is Janelle and Kazimir. Let's be realistic
Like
here.
literally the hamster with like the
Yeah,
banana photo.
You said that to me when we were doing Sex RP, and I was like, "This is wow."
No, yeah. Well, anyway, I lost my train of thought. We're just gonna skip to
Also,
when-
real important.
Yeah.
We do have a content warning here for sexual content, just to let y'all know.
Yeah, we just missed it. Yeah.
We all talked with each other. Melaena and Bastian went to see Hera, and then we all walked real far, and we got to a city that had a red cloth on it, and we're like, that's
Yes,
fucking
so-
weird, and then we went inside and thought it was vampires, but it wasn't vampires, but then it was.
There's no that needs to be done. That was just perfect.
Melaena went out at night, and they got fucking trapped by blood nymphs, and that's where we left.
Yeah,
Yep.
I will explain that a little further. So then it's not just like, where are we? I don't know. Basically, they knew something sketchy was up because the town was too lively, too happy, very interactive for only being there for about 10 years. So they went, you know what? There's some fucky shit going on. So Melaena, as the rogue who has made very many bad decisions in the same way, decides to make another bad decision and goes by herself. And finds
Stop
chanting
bullying me.
and humming from the sewers and goes down underneath the city to find some caverns. In those caverns, Melaena sees a couple of humanoids known as blood nymphs, which are very they're like a water nymph, but blood. And very sexual, very beautiful. But they find them sexual. They find them. Leave me alone. They find them. See, you know what? Now I can't say what I want to say because it was already sexual. So we're not going to go any further. but sucking the blood from a man.
Suck
With
the
a lot of other people. Leave me alone. Stop! I'm gonna mute all of you until we can fucking keep going. Jesus Christ. Oh my god! Okay. Hi, everyone. Anyway, Melaena found two blood nymphs sucking off a guy for their blood. For his blood. Here we go. It's
God, I
out
wish
now.
that was me.
It could be. It might be. Melaena did a very good job hiding herself, but then didn't, and was found.
I
then
tried barreling it again.
Then did a really good job hiding themselves again, and then they did it. So that's where we're starting. There is a large orcish man who came from the ceremonial room in the other side of the tunnels. He was just about to make a grapple check. So I need you to go ahead and use either your athletics or your acrobatics to try to not get hit.
This is probably a bad time to mention that I have 0 strength.
God.
Well, I gave you the choice, so please use the other one. You can use the other one if you want. I don't care.
Oh, can I use acrobatics? That's the dex, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can use that to try to slip out.
Natural 20. Fuck you.
What a way to start a
Amazing.
roll. What a way to start.
You know what I hate?
What's up? What's up?
Hey, what's your modifier?
Oh, fuck.
Oh god, we're gonna die.
Seriously?
+5.
Oh, a +5?
Is that
Okay,
your
you just
acrobatics?
barely make it out.
Oh my god.
So as you're about to slip out, you're hiding in your corner, and he sees you and reaches for you. You barely just make it past his fingertips as he tries to grab onto you, grabbing more of your cape, but you slip out and are able to at least get 5 feet away. He's gonna go
Gotta step.
ahead. You're gonna step?
Yep.
Up.
Shadow trouble.
Okay. So
Please.
is it to a place you can see?
Yes.
Okay, so that's gonna get you all the way. We're gonna go into initiative now.
Ah.
So please roll another d20 for initiative.
What the fuck is this?
Is that really what you want to do to me right now?
It's 22. Fuck you.
Oh no, you did a very good job. So
Hydrate,
you're gonna go
hydrate
ahead.
so you can crydrate.
I don't
Thank
have
you.
any water.
Maybe you should have had some. Damn.
Oh, why? Why would you do this?
Did your roommate literally ask you if you want something to drink before we started?
He did.
Well, it's your turn first, so you're gonna go ahead and shadow step. That was your is that like a free action?
It's a bonus action.
Bonus action. You still got your action. What do you want to do?
Running.
You're gonna run?
Good idea.
Run.
Okay, so you make it to the corner, which is about 40 feet, and then what's your speed?
30?
30? Okay, so you're gonna make it an extra 60. He's gonna go ahead, he's gonna be able to get to the corner. But he's not gonna be able to go further than that, but he is gonna do something in return.
Uh-oh.
Try to make you stop.
Uh-oh.
What's your AC?
None of your fucking business.
It kind of is my business right now. Just a little bit.
The defiance is strong.
Wait, what is
Hostility.
it?
16.
16. Okay, so let me look this up to make sure I'm doing it correctly.
Oh, shit.
That's so terrifying. What in the world?
Fine, don't worry about it.
I mean, we don't have to worry about it. But they do.
So you're gonna get hit twice. Second one does make it as well. So you feel 2 very harsh blasts on your back. It's almost like this searing pain, but it doesn't feel like fire, and it doesn't feel like anything that you felt before, like radiant. It feels almost forceful. But as you're hit by one, you get pulled back 10 feet. As you're hit by the second one, you get pulled back another 10 feet.
What the fuck?
What is this shit?
What is this
witchcraft?
fuckery?
Warlock shit. It's warlock shit.
Oh, I
It's
wonder.
Eldritch Blast. It's an Eldritch Blast invocation. If you hit them with an Eldritch Blast, you can pull them towards you 10 feet.
Fucking vampire warlock bullshit.
So you are pulled back that far. However, you still can continue to do what you need to do. The next corner is only about 30 feet in front of you. So it's now your turn.
I didn't take damage from that. It was just pulling.
Oh, you did take damage. I forgot to roll. Thanks. Oh shit.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Good
Why
job.
did I fucking
Good job,
say
Dad.
anything?
Get fucked, scrub.
Accountability.
You're rocking it, dude.
Believe in you.
23 damage. From
Oh,
both.
fuck.
What?
Oh,
So much.
that's not nothing.
From Eldritch Blast. Okay,
Couple of dents.
running running around the corner and shadow traveling again. So that's 60 feet.
Okay, perfect. So
And using my movement. So that's 90 feet.
okay, so 30, and then shadow. How far can you shadow step? Like 30?
30
or
feet.
30 feet. Okay, 30 and 90. Okay, he is.
If I
gonna go
hadn't
ahead.
taken that level in fucking cleric, I could have gone 60 feet.
I told you didn't have to take the level in cleric. I offered.
Why are
Listen.
you regretting this?
They might need it after this shit.
It's
Go
fine.
ahead. They're gonna yell
Oh,
down
boy.
the hallway. What languages do you speak?
Celestial, Primordial, and Abyssal.
Okay, so this is a very guttural language. It sounds similar to what you've heard like dwarves kind of speak, but in a different sort of dialect. But very guttural, sharp tones. The only softness is any rolling R's. And you hear that yell from back behind you. But you hear in the like light amount of dampness on the ground that there are footsteps following you, and it soon becomes more than just one pair.
Oh boy.
Get up on the surface. Get up on the surface.
Let me see. Isn't you? He has to dash to make it to where he can see you. But he's probably only about 40 feet behind you at this point because you got pulled back twice.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You don't see any of the other people at this point. It was
Okay.
about 2 minutes of you walking around. So what I'm going to need you to do is I'm going to need you to make some sort of check. You can tell me why you think a certain check, and we can roll for that. But I'm going to need it to either find an exit or find your way back to the exit you came from before.
Oh my god.
Or to try to just ditch him.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh lord.
Fuck. Okay.
You're doing great, Sweaty.
Okay. I'm just gonna try and look for an exit as I'm running.
What kind of check do you want to use?
Perception.
Okay, you can use perception.
It's an 8.
Oh my god.
God.
Okay, so can I just remind you of the last roll?
Fuck
See
you.
what that does for you? It's not great, is it? It's every time.
Well, am I not allowed to be happy?
You are, but every time you do that, you fucking roll really low.
It's a die. It always lowers the light. That's the whole point.
It's cow farm. You're gonna find cows outside. With you running at this point, because I'm gonna let you use your entire movement speed for what you're doing. You're passing by things too quickly, and you haven't seen any shred of light. It's also, you know, from the red top, the red fabric on top, that moonlight doesn't come through as well, so it's gonna be a little bit harder to find where the light is specifically. So at this point, you have not found anything, and they are still tailing you.
Cool.
Go ahead and I'm gonna someone that isn't you do this. One of you three that isn't in right now, go ahead and roll me a d100.
I got it.
Okay.
Decides
You're
their
gonna kill me,
fate.
Sloan. You're gonna kill me. Sloan, don't do it.
Friends all around.
Okay, what does it mean if you rolled 2 zeros? Like, you got a 0.
That's 100.
That's 100, yeah.
So what's that
You
mean?
fucking killed me. You fucking killed
What
me.
does
is
that
what
mean?
You've done.
What does that mean, Serenity?
In
You
this
fucking just
situation,
killed
Is this like
me.
100 bats? Like, what is it?
You better than 100?
in this situation, that means that the people that went the opposite direction know exactly where Melaena is because they know the underground caverns better than they do.
It's not my fault.
It is your fault.
100 should be a fucking masterful escape.
The 100 was for me. It wasn't for them.
Hate this. Hate this.
Why didn't you roll a 1, Sloan? Why didn't you roll a fucking 1, piece of shit?
This is my favorite day, but I'm also so stressed. So as you round the corner, at this point you're at almost a three-way intersection. There was like where you came from, in front of you, and to the right. From the right comes two particular women you've seen before. Stop! What's the vibe here? What do you want from me? I can't tell. Damn it. They come around the corner and stop right in front of you. I'm gonna go ahead and need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh.
Yo, what channel does this go on in the fan server? I took a picture of my dice.
Is there one that says
I mean, there's one that's just for
podcast?
tragedy.
Yeah, you could put it in fan art, I guess, because that's just a fan art of Melena's death.
And yeah,
Okay,
it is because I rolled another fucking 2.
You guys can just roll the fucking...
Bro,
Flip off the DM.
Have
Someone
you-
paid for it.
have you changed your dice yet?
No.
All right.
You should.
So
I didn't want to because I rolled a 20.
we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna fade to black.
No.
What?
No!
What is this?
Back at the hotel. Back to the
Oh,
hotel.
I'm just supposed to go back into character like nothing just fucking happened? Is this
Oh.
the gambit?
Wow, are you metagaming? Because it sounds like, did you know?
No, I'm just gonna go back to Kaj. Kaj just got some fucking tips from the bar for doing hot boy bartender shit. So
He did. He looked
Did.
great.
Great.
Didn't we go to sleep?
It's up to you guys. I mean, like, I know you guys were all, like, kind of high-strung. If you didn't go to sleep, that's understandable.
Kaj probably would have taken watch even in the city.
Yeah, are you going to be in the hotel
Oh
room? 'Cause I think-
yeah. For
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
I think that
Yeah.
we talked about that. Or
Because we
maybe
were
I
like-
just wanted to.
Because we all watched Melaena leave, so we're like, we're
Right.
waiting
Yeah.
for Melaena to come back.
Yeah.
And it didn't come back. So it's like,
Yeah,
Right.
we're going to go ahead and jump about 2 hours from when Melaena left. There hasn't been any sign of her. You haven't heard any knocks on the door. You haven't seen her, like, wisping past through the windows that are still, and I will remind you, extremely thick for some reason. But there's been no sign of her. It's been about 2 hours. In a typical watch, this is normally when you'd switch watches. If you all forward taking one. So it's been quite a while.
Should we go look for her? I'm not sure that
She didn't give us a time when she was gonna come back.
we can always act as if we're just being tourists and walking in the night. Nothing suspicious about that.
Do you... Okay. Hold on. Let me see.
I don't.
Instead of doing that, I can just message her. So
That's
no
what
one
you
has to
should do
put
that.
their sandals on. Because I'm
Sandals
in my
with sandals, but
slippies.
sure.
I don't
and
wish
very
shoes.
comfortable.
You're in your
We
slippies.
just have hooves and paws. That's it.
Well, I have very sensitive feet. So.
Can't get my soul's calloused.
There are people who would pay good money for these feet. Of course I can't get them calloused. Anyway.
Like removed? Like just cuts them off? This is a fine foot.
No, honey, not removed.
Oh, honey. You think Hera would let you do that?
Honey. Anyway. Bastian's gonna cast Sending. Melaena. Can you tell us where you are, please? The boys are worried. That's it.
The boys.
I hear it.
So you feel that it goes through Bastian. Melaena is unconscious, so there's no response.
She's unconscious. Oh fuck. He says that out loud as he's like he just immediately starts scrambling up to get out of the bed, rips his robe off, just butt ass naked, runs across the room and starts putting his pants on.
He keeps his slippies on.
Yeah, he keeps his slippies on across the room, but kicks them off to put his boots on.
So not fully nude.
No.
No, I want to be butt ass nude, just only slippies.
The slippies stay on during
Sex.
She's unconscious. I said that out loud.
Yes. Kazimir's just gonna like fucking bolt for the door and just slam it open and get a lead. Like just
fucking wait. Putting my clothes on.
It's half naked as the door flings open. Hold up. Yeah, it's walking past. Like someone's walking through the hallway to get to their room. You slam the door open. They jump back against the wall, and they just see like bare butt.
Yeah.
Bastian, like turned
His
around,
whole
putting
ass.
on pants, and then
You're
Ragna's
welcome.
just in the corner, like getting ready, just like, and then there's a whole Minotaur.
as this person like looks in, Kazimir's like just turns around and just slowly closes the door.
I'm going to finish putting my clothes on, and now we can leave.
Fucking comedy routine, Jesus Christ.
Tonight, I don't know what it is today.
Listen,
Okay.
we need a little bit of levity right now. This is appropriate.
This is appropriate. This is where this works.
Okay. I have no way to find her, and I haven't taken a long rest yet, so I'm down a couple of spell slots, but let's just fucking go. I don't know. Where... Did she say where she was going?
Round.
No.
We don't know where we're going, so we might as well just start going somewhere.
So where would you guys, so you guys can leave just fine. You notice that the bar you don't see the person that was there before, you just see someone that you haven't seen. Just like some like kind of hulky man cleaning like glasses. There are a couple people sitting in the far back by the fire. That is just only for show because it's hot as shit here.
Yeah.
Well, actually it's nighttime. It would probably be on. But you guys run through just fine. You can get to the door. The streets are very dimly lighted. What direction would you think you'd want to go?
What? How many people are out here, like outside during the night?
At night, not very many. It's mostly like party goers, like people who have been drunk at the tavern, coming out, kind of sitting out. There are very few things open this late at night. You do see some lights from the educational center still are on. There are guards walking around.
I asked specifically, so can you see like footprints in places?
Not outright because it is a stone ground, but go ahead and make a survival check if you'd like to.
Fuck it. I mean, it's a start.
I'm gonna approach a guard.
Mhm.
Okay, so Bastian just like walks up and is just like, "Excuse me, I'm looking for someone. I lost my person. She's about yay big. Lots of cheekbone, red hair, a little curly, a little wavy, about down to here. Wears a lot of black. Just a general look of spite."
This half-orc guard is just kind of looking at you and goes, "Well, I think I saw them come in with you, but I haven't seen them all night."
Okay. Well, great. Thank you. Is there a place where I might find a person who is lost, or if they got really drunk and passed out on the street?
He points to the inn you were at. It's not like we got a person lost and found. Most people just go there.
I don't know. Sometimes places have a drunk tank, but I guess not here.
Oh,
Thank you.
no. Most people aren't very rowdy. I mean, we do got a jail. We could always check there if you want.
That'd probably be the last place, honestly.
Well, it sounds like she's kind of sketchy. So, I mean...
She's not sketchy. She's just like that.
That wasn't a very good argument.
Should we check the jail?
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You can see, based off, like, the dust from the sand, that there are footprints, but there's none that are, like, outright, like, you can tell the sizes. You could just tell that people have been walking through here.
We know that Melaena can travel through shadows and stuff. Did you say before that because the entire city is covered in that cloud that it's basically just all in shadow, right?
It's mostly, I mean, there is dim light around,
Okay.
so that will enunciate some of it. It's about every, like, 10 feet that there's, like, a little, like, hanging, like, light.
Okay.
I'll scurry back to the other two. The only place that those people thought would... There's a jail, so we could check the jail, but... I don't know where else.
I
She
can't
could
seem
be
to.
anywhere.
She could be anywhere. I can't find footprints, so I don't know. So, any place we can check up top here.
Should we just split up and look?
I don't think splitting up is a good idea.
Not yet.
Show me the footprints you saw. Maybe I could discern.
I'll show them any footprints or any markings that look like a 5 foot or 5'3" person left them. I don't know.
She's
I
5'2".
tried
I'm 5'3".
Footprints that
5'2".
someone tried to leave that they didn't want to leave, like how a rogue would walk.
How a rogue would walk. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll with advantage, Andre, since
Oh,
you're
hell
getting
yeah.
help.
Okay, I get to use the big dice
Ooh.
and
Ooh.
these little dice that are the star. Isn't that neat?
Fancy.
Ooh.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. That's an 18 on the die plus. Oh fuck! Where's my sheet? I'm so sorry.
You're prepared tonight, you guys.
Is
It's
it
fine.
survival? That's
Yeah.
24.
24? That's much better. So the thing is that it was kind of hard to discern, but you do see some smaller footprints that are going kind of back and forth. I mean, you don't really know exactly the size of Melena's footprints, but you do know there are some smaller people that live in this city. There are some leading to the outer ring and some leading to the inner rings.
Worth a try.
Just
We
follow
don't have any
these?
other leads.
Okay. Fine. Let's, yep.
All right.
Start marching.
Follow that path. Follow that
Which one?
bird.
Which path?
The feet that are kind of scuffled.
Can
the ones
peacocks
that you were
fly?
just heard. Can peacocks fly?
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how high they can fly, to be honest.
Look, oh, they can fly real fucking high. We used to have peacocks and they'd fly up to the gum trees, and gum trees can be real fucking tall.
Okay,
Damn.
well, he can be within 100 feet of me, and since he's my familiar, I grab on to Kazimir's, wrist, just, like, in front of me, and I'm just like, I can't see or hear anything, just keep going, and don't let me fall into a pit. And he's going to use, his familiar ability. His eyes go, blank, and Xerxes' eyes next to him, at the same time they flash a golden color, and then he is going to just huck Xerxes up, and try and get a higher view, so within 100 feet, he can kind of see around as we're walking forward.
So most of the footprints are gonna lead inner. So to the inner circle. That would be like, because it's kind of half and half, unless you guys want to roll on where you go. But that's where most of the footprints would lead.
That sounds fine.
Okay. So that's where you would kind of go. Xerxes takes a second, as before he was a peacock, he was a farming turkey. So he really didn't get a whole lot of flying in. So he takes a second. And then he finally gets to it, and he's flying above you guys. It's really actually very beautiful to watch if you could see it.
I can't.
Poor Bastian.
I'm looking out of his eyes. I see myself, which is equally as beautiful.
Well. Yeah, he's starting to fly above you. He's probably just about like a slight diagonal, like in front of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
What he sees is there aren't too many people around town, except for the guards. But as you're going closer to the like inner circles, you do see the lights are on in the library. You do also see that there are some people kind of around the middle tower, which are where the nobles would live. But there are a few people that are kind of standing by the doorway, just kind of chatting. None of them look to be Melena's height.
Damn it. Dep, stop yelling at me. I can't hear you and it's stressing me out. My bird is going to fly down and just land with like a in front of these guards and just kind of like
The guards or the people from the noble house?
the people from the noble house. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys have to walk a pretty good ways away to get there. It's probably about a 5-minute walk.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get to that point, yeah, he could just land with the, like, they're kind of like in a circle, like, you know, like talking. He just lands right in the middle.
And
And
he
you
can
hear-
hear whatever they're talking about.
Well, you hear a peacock? Like you said, right in the middle, right?
Yes.
Stealth, nothing of the sort.
Imagine Xerxes in that scene from The Emperor's New Groove as Kronk, just against the wall, but like as the you hear like as before Xerxes drops down, you're hearing oh yes, it was simply divine. A peacock? That's all you're gonna get. Is this a pet? Do you know? How should I know? I've
I'm
only warned.
gonna
peacock
telepathically communicate with Xerxes and tell him to peck one of their toes? I don't know.
Okay,
He's gonna get closer, like he's gonna peck. Oh my god, is one of them wearing a toga?
they're all like wearing like toga-esque.
Hell yes. Okay, I'm gonna tell him. Oh wait, we don't know. We don't know about the thighs and in the armpit thing. Shit. Okay, I'm just gonna tell him to go peck one of their toes.
Hey, Depp, can you roll a D100 or can you roll a D6 for me to see which one it is?
Revenge.
Jesus.
Hi, the welcome in. Thanks for the raid. We have an attack peacock.
We're looking for our rogue who's missing.
Our rogue who's missing and is currently in the custody of blood nymphs getting sucked. Yeah.
God. Living the dream.
Excuse me?
Getting
Getting sucked, as you see.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Oh,
So
boy.
the person it's gonna go for is this woman who's wearing like a longer toga. She has very beautiful, like bright, almost like white blonde hair. And is elvish in features. And you just hear her go, "Blast you!" And then just kind of like steps back, trying not to kick it, but then the other like people around.
I'm going to use that as an excuse. And end the like psychic link, and then I'm gonna run up and go, Xerxes, bad boy, and I'll pick him up.
Xerxes just is like, huh? Like gives you a glare, like you're the one who thought of this. You
I'm so
motherfucker."
sorry, ma'am. So he pushes that away from me.
He's
We've
glaring.
been running around. He lost his mother. We've been looking for her. He's very distraught. He imprinted upon her when he was but a hatchling.
I need you to make a deception check. What the fuck was that?
What the fuck was that?
I don't know, but it
What
felt
was
right.
that?
It felt right.
That was the most impromptu.
He cooks on
fucking-
base.
When I was a child, I imprinted on my mother.
It was a 19. I rolled a 10. So that's a
Fuck.
19.
He knows you're bullshitting. She's like,
What's her insight? Is she a vampire too?
I rolled a 17 on the dice. I'm sorry.
But what's her modifier?
None of your business.
Okay, well my modifier is higher than hers, so I'm just saying.
Oh, it is. It definitely is.
Bummer.
She just like looks at Xerxes, looks at you. Why are you creating such lies?
I'm looking for my friend.
That one yes, that sounds truthful. But how are you going to pay for this? And you see that her toe is barely bleeding.
Xerxes, how could you?
Brat! He just looks at you like super accusatorily, like, how could you?
Well, if I find my friend, she can heal you. She's a very skilled healer.
You think I can't heal myself? These sandals cost more than... She looks around for a second. That building. And she just pulls... And there's, like, you can see the blood, like, barely
Welcome
trickling.
to The Price is Right.
Like, barely trickling. It hasn't even touched the sandal yet. You've dealt with nobles like this before.
Can I just peek around the corner? Because fucking Bastian went from my arm to running off.
That's very true.
You can hear them. Like, it's muffled at
Okay.
this point, but you can absolutely hear them.
I
Ragna, you
will-
can be there too.
Wait! Shit, damn it, never mind.
Okay.
Keep
All right.
going.
Okay.
Kai's just hanging in the back, just watching.
Yeah, you see this about, I'd say she's like 5'7", like not like super tall, but like to Bastian, just like, and like she has her dress like slightly pulled up, her foot is out to show you can't see the mark, but there's probably a mark there.
It hasn't actually touched the sandal. I can wipe it up literally right now, if that's what you want.
She tilts her foot back so it hits the sandal.
I cast mending to take the stain out. Can I do that?
Does that work? Hang on.
Listen,
That's
it's a
fantastic.
fix.
Hold up, that's
It's a
a fix.
Prestidigitation.
I don't
was gonna
have
say, you
prestidigitation
prestidigitation.
with me. Can
It's like a tear, so it wouldn't work on like a stain.
Do prestidigitation. You can clean.
I don't have prestidigitation with me today.
Well, I guess you gotta pay the price. So
You
sorry
gotta pay the
for used
total.
items. Oops.
I don't have that much money.
I can tell. So what are you going to do instead? The others around her are just kind of like snickering, like talking to each other.
Can I do like
You
a
see
fit-
one that's just kind of like watching, but mostly like looking at you and looking at your party.
Can I do like a fit check to see how expensive this whole ensemble is?
Sure, go ahead
I
and roll a
fucking
fit
know.
check.
Fit check.
You can go ahead and
What
use
the
your
fuck?
armor thing from Hephaestus, I guess, because I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know. I
Might
don't
as
know what
well.
else to like.
Might as well. Shit. Fuck.
Yeah,
fuck
add
it.
that, I guess. I don't
What
know.
what number do I add? Because
I can't. Hang on. I'm like, I don't have it right in front of me.
because
Listen.
you're the one who tells me the number. I don't have a number that's specifically given.
Well, you have to roll it and then tell me.
I rolled a 17.
Oh, that's fine. So not a lot of people wore these in your town. Like, it wasn't like super apparent. However, when there were rich nobles that came through, things like this were made. You could see that the work, even on like the metal latches and the eyelets on there, are really well made. It looks almost over the top. Like the metal used is probably far too good to be used on a day-to-day sandal. The leather seems to be very nice. But other than that, like, you don't know a whole lot about fashion, but you probably would say that an exuberant amount for a pair of sandals is probably the correct price. There's a little stamp on the back that's some kind of brand. You don't know it. It's clothes related, but it's expensive looking.
Bastian's just gonna look her up and down. I'm going to leave because I don't have time for this. Have a nice night! He's gonna turn around and start walking away.
The two of you that are watching as Bastian's walking away, you can just see her glaring. And as like you turn, like you're back with the party, she just takes in what all of you look like. And she turns around, and you see her cast some sort of magic that is on her foot.
Bitch.
Bitch, I pressed the decision the whole time.
Oh yeah, she did. Most of the others are still now, instead of snickering at you, they're snickering at her, which she promptly goes into the tower. The one that was watching before is still watching, but like more curiously.
Well, that was a bust. Let's keep going.
Wait, is the one that's been watching us still there?
Yeah, he's in the group with a couple other people that have been like making fun of the entire situation.
What's
I think Ragna just makes eye contact with them if they make eye contact with us, and he's like, doesn't. That's pretty much it.
This person, you can see they have like this like golden kind of colored eyes, which isn't like super uncommon for everything else. They kind of looks like he has very white colored hair, and very tan looking skin. He kind of just looks at you and then goes. And then he walks away from the group and around back to a different alleyway. It seems like he is kind of summoned you.
I think waiting up like 30 seconds, Ragna goes, I think there is one with them that might have information that we might need. I made eye contact with them, and then they beckoned me to go back there.
Well, that's been a great start to many of my relationships, so yeah, sure, let's try it.
Oh no.
I'm gonna walk.
We're
Well,
gonna walk.
there's people getting killed that way, but sure.
I think the three of us will be fine.
Yes.
I wasn't going alone. That's insane.
No, yes, I'm
No.
already walking.
Yeah.
You guys, after like a couple minutes of like figuring out the alleys, you find where he's standing. It's very dark, but you see there are a couple crates, almost kind of like stacked up like stairs. He's sitting on top of the tallest one, just kind of one arm back to support himself and reading like a little journal in his hand. And as he he doesn't even see you guys coming, and he closes it and goes, "It took you long enough."
You're very dramatic. Can we hurry this along? Because we're kind of on a schedule.
You are also very dramatic. I thought that you would prefer dramatics.
In this situation, surprisingly, I'd prefer we just keep it tight. So if you have information that's relevant to what I was looking for before, I'd love to hear it.
Well, you are new here, correct?
Yes.
Hmm. And your friend is also new?
Yes.
I see. Well, there are a couple things that could have happened.
Okay.
One, they left, which I don't blame them for. Number two,
Don't think it's that one.
they found someone who was looking for a good knight, which is many of the nobles. And depending on what she looked like, she could be many of their types. Is that something that sounds familiar
No,
or
not
probable?
really.
No,
Not
not really.
I
No.
don't think so.
Damn. You okay over there, Melaena?
Oh.
I'm not saying it couldn't have happened. It's just not the likeliest
I'm not
thing.
saying you couldn't pull in and fish. I'm just saying you're not fishing.
You're not. You're never
That's
fishing.
Last fish you went with, you stabbed.
A lot.
That was bad. A lot.
Only because
Bad
you
mess.
slept with the fish.
That's
Yeah.
not true.
Don't sleep with the fish.
The last time I went fishing, I rode a horse.
There was no water around.
Mm-mm.
Anyway,
Last thing that could have happened. They could have found their way underground.
that one sounds more likely. Why?
Hmm.
You all have like a club down there or something?
Yeah, a club. Sounds about right.
What kind of club?
A
Just
very
found a
secret
club?
one, which she's probably not allowed to, which will cause repercussions.
That would make sense.
And those would be?
I don't know. I'm not a part of their fancy little club.
You say they. Who are they?
Them.
Pronouns, yes.
It's them. I mean, here's the thing. I've told you more than enough for tonight. That should be more to lead you forward. Just be careful and leave me out of it. And he's gonna
Well-
hop down from the crate.
Well, it might be hard because I'm curious of who you exactly are.
I'm me.
Perfect. Let's find a sewer. Never thought I'd say those words again.
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 Again?
We can talk about it later. Let's
The
find a fucking
only-
sewer drain. Some way to get down
There's
there.
only a couple that one can fit in. And he points to Kazimir. We're probably gonna want something along the outer walls. But it's moderately hidden, so just keep an eye out for some grates.
Great.
If you'd prefer, I could also just stand back and watch for it.
What happened to not splitting up?
Especially in a sewer
Well.
system.
He may not have a good time fitting through all of them. But he can try.
Let's give it a shot. And then we can decide if I stay back or not.
Great. Let's
And
go.
what is the what's the price for this information?
Why would you ask if it's not offered, Ragna?
Oh, nothing. It's purely for my entertainment.
Okay, well I am spooked. Let's go find this sewer drain.
And he just starts to walk away.
Great.
Back to the tower.
Sewers!
Yep, so now you kind of know what you're looking for. We'll skip you walking. Go ahead and make me some checks. Some investigation or perception checks.
Okay.
Investigation or
You
perception?
got
you
it.
said?
You got it, Ragna. Well, I didn't really roll that. Okay.
It's the same as my
Okay.
passive. Same as my passive, 24.
That's your passive?
25.
I got 18.
Nice.
They
You
got
all
it.
do.
It's fine.
You all do really good. It takes the two higher numbers to first see it, but now that you know what you're looking for, Kashmir, you'll be able to see it easier next time. So what you see is along the outer walls, right underneath the like the houses that are there, there is a grate that's kind of like meshed in halfway, like on the ground, halfway on the wall, that you will have to pull up at like an angle. It will pull up at a 90-degree angle, and it's just barely big enough for Kashmir to shimmy through. The other two of you can fit through just fine.
Dang. All right, let's do it.
Let's do this.
Can you help me?
I feel like you pick up Bastian and the grate at that point.
Yeah.
Come here.
With
Just
one
kind of
hand.
drag him along the road a little bit.
All right. Well, into the grate.
You should go in first. I'm not sure that if I go in, I'm going to fully get through. So
I'll go
Fine.
first.
All right.
'Cause I can see in the dark.
You sure can.
That's right.
Perfect. Good thing too, because it's dark as shit down here.
Apparently, you had a cleric that could give.
If only they didn't go
doctors-
alone.
If only they didn't go
only.
alone.
If only.
It would be so nice if they didn't go into the
Only.
stairs.
Oh man, how the turntables.
Yeah, Ragna, you go down there. It's about 50 feet down into, you can climb the little ladder that's created there. At this point, like, it doesn't smell like a sewer system. Like, it doesn't smell great. It smells like kind of musky and damp, but it doesn't smell like a sewer system. But you can see a lot of, like, it looks like humanoid created tunnels. That have like bits of water pooled at the bottom. There's kind of like dripping sounds and echoing that you can hear. At this point, all you can hear is the sound of like dripping water and like rodents, mice, like lizards, just things moving through the water and making little squeaking sounds.
I think as they're going down and the lights going out more and more, you guys can see that the ears are perking up like radar sonar kind of.
I
As
can't
you-
see shit.
You can't see shit, but like
I just
yeah.
imagine the ear like spinning all the way around,
Just
like little
twisting.
Like a satellite.
satellites.
So
This is my
cute.
favorite. I love-
Perfect.
I need a little animation of that now, just the spinning ears. So yeah, you go down. You are fine. The water seems to only reach about like a couple inches up, like at its deepest point.
Gotcha.
But the areas are kind of curved as well.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Bastian would just kind of be scooting along one side, trying desperately not to get his boots in the water.
To do that, you're gonna have to be like Spider-Man crawling, like it's like a 45-degree angle. With
Oh,
your
there's
feet.
not enough, like... Got
Not
it.
really, but you can be in the less amount to where it doesn't like really touch too much, other than like the sole,
Yeah,
a little bit up
he'll
maybe. But
scoot.
most of your boot is safe.
Good. He'll scoot.
Oh god, now I'm just hearing.
Aww.
It doesn't go in. Those boots are very finely made. It's not going to go in directly.
They're
very
water.
fine leather.
They've been
They're-
waxed.
They've been waxed.
They're waxed. They're good.
I
I
love
just don't want to, like, you know, it's the
It's the principle of the matter.
yeah, it's the principle of the thing.
Okay.
So let's scoot along.
Kazimir. When Kazimir goes down, the first part is kind of a hard fit because it's this weird square to this weird circular. Like, it's like the weirdest freaking like Tetris you've ever played. But one shoulder down, you can kind of get it under and then pull the other shoulder down. And at this point, you just are a little bit claustrophobic. But generally, you can make it through. You will have to lean down a little as you're in the sewer system, mostly
fine.
for your horns.
yeah,
Okay.
not unfamiliar.
What's the
know.
likelihood that we're actually able to, like, stealth up on these people? Or whoever they are. I'm
Over under, not good.
I
Not
would
great.
say not great. So
No.
why, in this situation, maybe the best course of action is simply to bring them to us so that we can find where they are.
How would you recommend doing that?
I mean, yelling, dicking around like we're drunks who fell down a sewer grate. Something like that. Going, hello, we're here for the club.
Damn, I just gave away the alchemy jug. Shit.
Fuck.
I mean, I could pretend.
Let's just... Honestly, let's just do it. Fuck it.
I guess that.
Just yell?
Let's light a torch and
Yeah,
Let's see,
sure.
this-
I light a
wow.
torch from my inventory.
the methane gas explodes and we die.
We die
I
instantly.
right click on my inventory and pull out.
I'm down to
Uh,
8 torches now.
Okay. Are we doing like for like inventory? Are we doing it like Skyrim style where you got a ton of room, or are we doing like Resident Evil style where you only got a few slots?
I mean, I'm going like D&D Beyond style where
No,
I
I
have
was
what it
just-
tells me.
No, that's perfect. I was just messing around with Andre because
Oh,
like,
sorry.
right click.
Y'all made a joke
Yeah.
and I didn't get it. I'm sorry.
You're still wonderful.
Thank you. Thanks.
Is Xerxes down here?
Listen,
Yeah, Xerxes with me.
He is on like your shoulder / head.
Yeah. He's in no danger of scraping the ceiling. Alright. Bastian starts just tramping down the hallway going, hello? We were told there was a club.
Here,
Excuse-
we're here for the ghost stuff.
We're here for the ghost stuff.
Hi.
Excuse me.
Yeah. So there's a bit of traipsing that happens. And you start to hear.
Does Melaena hear me? Or is she still unconscious?
Melaena doesn't hear anything.
God!
Mm-hmm.
She's in a
love
box
you
in the
guys.
dirt. She's
There's
dead.
no-
She's been
There's
dead
no
for
dirt in the
32
sewer
years.
system. As you guys begin to walk around, and like kind of traipsing about, you start to hear this kind of low singing. It's high in pitch but low in volume.
I'm guessing that's the club.
I mean, it's the best guess we have.
Yep.
You hear it coming from a certain direction, like it seems very clear. Would you like to go in that direction?
Sure would.
Sure.
So you guys end up turning a corner, and you see a very, like for feminine, like I'm not gonna judge choices, but for a feminine person, very robustly beautiful, wearing very skimpy clothes. Their skin is completely red, and their hair kind of flows in a continuous, almost like waves, but as this very dark kind of like maroon, almost purple. Their hair's completely
Stop.
down.
You're
Death
dead.
is just having a good time. I'll let them simp. It's fine. That's what they're here for.
I have
Also
nothing
another
else to
thing.
do. I'm about to die.
Yes, sweet dreams, beautiful nightmares. It's a fucking-
right. Yeah.
You see her just kind of like leaning up against part of the like circular wall of one of the pathways. At the end of the hall, there is a curtain, and there's kind of light coming from behind the curtain. She looks at all of you over and goes, "You wanted to join the club?"
Yes, very much.
And what do you know about our club?
I was told it was a very good time.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Yeah, we're new here. We're looking for something to do.
Well, I'm going to be honest. There's not going to be a lot of doing. Just a lot of participation.
I mean, honestly, that's
and-
kind of my best setup for me personally. I don't know about you two.
You fucking pillow princess, I swear to God. She's gonna go over and she's gonna be like, well, if you'd like to join, follow me. And she'll walk through the curtains.
Bastian's gonna start to walk and kind of look back over his shoulder.
Ragna's not far from him. He's like the regular 5 feet away. He's just gonna be right next to you, basically. He's gonna nod his head.
Kazimir starts to follow and then just checks behind him real quick. Anyone there?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
That's a fuck, what's my perception? That's a 21.
21. There are people in the other connecting systems, but they look similar skin tone wise, but they're different body shapes, different hair, but all their colorations seem the same. And they're just kind of peeking out from the corners of like the sides, and you just hear a little giggling and like looking, almost kind of like girlish banter.
God, that went from
you do
hot
see-
to so disturbing in like no time at all.
You do see a couple males that and a couple people who don't seem like they really have a gender, like flat chested but have coverings. You see a bunch of different genders of blood nymphs that are all kind of doing the same thing, kind of looking, talking, whispering. But that's the people you see behind you.
Can't have that much to talk about. They live in a fucking sewer.
Kazimir feels like he has like a very like blank expression, but he's actually mad dogging everybody actually.
Okay, hang on. I gotta roll a couple things. So a couple people absolutely get scared, and then they go, and then they hide, like back into the sewer. And then there are a couple who are just like still watching, and there's one that goes and starts to walk out, and one of the other ones grabs them and pulls them back, like starts walking towards Kazimir. They're like, nope, and then pulls them back.
Turns around and keeps going forward and just head to the ground. Being perceived feels bad, man.
Well, a good thing you perceived in, so it's fine.
Mhm.
As you all walk through, I'll say it's around like similar times. But as you walk in, you see everywhere else has been really dank and dark. This area is lit up by candles and candelabras. There are pillows all over the floor. You do see that there's a little place in the center of the room that is lifted, that has like very large pillows that are like much bigger, better quality. But you see everything in here is dry and well taken care of. There are a couple other entrances that do have the same kind of cloth, but the one that you come through is one of 3. And you see that there are a couple more blood nymphs that are already sitting in the room. And a couple other people that are people you've seen around town. No one particularly, just people you've seen.
So, question. Do I know that these are blood nymphs?
You have seen them.
And do I know what they do?
You don't know what they do. You've seen them in your visions, and they look very familiar. These are very unique. So there isn't a whole lot of other things this could be.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know.
You don't know exactly what they do, but you have seen them in people's heads.
I mean, I can probably gather. They're called fucking blood nymphs.
I wonder.
Context clues.
I do, just like in general, at some point, Bastian just like, I fucking knew it. And
no, absolutely.
Keep walking.
So a couple other of the people that you see, they're just sitting like being like given wine, flirtatiously like being like cuddled with. You see a couple of them making out in the corners, like like just indulging themselves. But you do see there is a very tall, like slender person, probably standing at about 6 or 7 foot tall, tiefling, a tiefling like looking person, that looks to you guys, and then just sort of gives you guys like a thumbs up, from when they're in like their corner, like with 2 blood nymphs, one on each arm.
Oh,
It's just
God.
like
Oh,
super
man.
excited. And you see the
We
one.
really just got chatted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Chad from across like the frat house going, "Eh."
You got this.
You got.
Bruh.
Don't fuck it up, bro. You see the one that has led you here. She sits on the like main like platform. There's enough room for everyone to sit. But she sits and she just kind of pats the spots like around and in front of her. And she's just like, "Come along."
I'm gonna go up there and sit down next to her. And as I am doing that, I'm gonna say, oh, by the way, we also had a friend who came here a little bit earlier. We were kind of looking for her. She was the one who found out about it first. And then we had to like change, and then followed behind her. Do you know where she is?
There are many tunnels. She could have ended up somewhere else.
Oh,
And there are also many people's friends that come here. So I'm not quite sure who you're talking about.
She's about yay big. Just
She's about
the
yay
whole
big.
The whole description again. Well, she seems lovely, and I hope she's having a great time. But I haven't seen her.
Insight check.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's not good.
Oh no!
This is the first time that Christian's rolled bad.
That's an 11.
Kidding. Okay. You can't really tell. She just seems very like enthralled that you guys are there.
I think Ragna's more like just like looking around for an unconscious rogue of a person. Just maybe they're asleep when people are making out. Who knows? Who fucking knows?
You don't see anything. Pretty much all of the
Waking
pillows
up
are up
Benny's.
against the walls. What did you just say?
What?
Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh.
The bunnies.
No one that you see
Melena
here.
up on the wall.
No one that you see here is unconscious. If they're asleep, there's one person who's asleep. Their head is in the lap of one of the nymphs who is combing through their hair. Just like, but doesn't look like Melaena.
Well, it would be great if we could find her before we start. It would be kind of shitty of us to just ditch her, so.
How long has she been here for? Because I'm going to be honest, she's probably started without you.
Well, you're not supposed to let your friends walk home alone. So even if she has started without us, we have to help.
See, here's my thing. You walk in and say you want to join my little club.
I do.
But you really haven't said much more than that. How can I know you actually want to join my club? Or are you just here looking for someone and trying to sneak around? Because you knew you were going to get caught. Many people do that. They like to be nosy.
If I was trying to sneak around, I probably wouldn't have said, "Hello, I'd like to join your club."
She's going to look at all of your guys' feet. Uh-huh.
What's wrong with my feet?
Hooves? Those echo. Unless he could have crawled across the walls, I don't think that there was a way you could have sneakily came through.
That is a good point.
All I'm asking, did you want to play or not?
I mean, I do.
Death over here. Yeah, me too.
They might be in the middle of it, actually. Who knows?
Well, what about the other two? And she looks at you two. Have you sat down yet?
I have not.
Ragna's been more preoccupied with looking for Melaena in this crowd than paying attention to the situation.
Very small room.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Would you prefer someone who isn't me? I understand that everyone has different tastes. You two just need to calm down. You'll be fine. Say it, Christian. Say it.
No, you gotta say it now.
Yeah.
What am I gonna say? Oh man, I'm just like this kid, fucking 19-year-old child's like, I'm in a weird place. I'm too young for this shit. Whoops.
This poor 19-year-old.
This was not in the books.
Sorry they didn't write about nymph sex dungeons. My bad.
Someone should get on that.
Come
Bastian
on.
got books about those.
I do if you need help. Come on. Get comfortable. It's fine.
Like, sit down.
Is that an order as your bodyguard?
Oh my god. She's not looking at Bastian. He just rolls his eyes. No, but I'm requesting it as somebody who doesn't want to be in a group with someone who's acting really weird and awkward right now. They're new to this.
I can tell.
Yep.
No.
Such a baby.
She's giggling the whole time. She's not having an issue. She's been smiling. So,
He might be more
What do you-
comfortable if we find our friend.
I see. Well, here's the thing. These tunnels go all around the city. So she could be anywhere. I can help you find them, but to go deeper, I'm going to make sure that you're willing to want to join the club rather than just saying it.
Well, what do I need to do to prove it?
Well, first of all, a kind gesture would be nice. And she goes ahead and points to someone in the corner. And you can see at this point, this blood nymph is now sucking on the inner arm right here. Just a little bit would be kind. That's mostly what we do around here, but don't worry. We make sure that it's completely worth it for you. We don't only give or take.
Bash is just gonna try and act super cool and just be like, yeah, alright, that seems fine enough.
You present your arm.
He does.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to roll me a con save.
Oh, shit. Oh.
I am so scared.
I know.
I'm going
okay.
to. I'm scared I'm gonna roll bad. So I'm just gonna replace my roll.
What if you just got
with my portent, which
Oh.
was a 16 plus 2
Perfect.
is 18.
Perfect. So the biggest reason for this con save was to actually let someone bite onto your arm and to sit there and let this happen. Because anyone would be normally like, huh, and then possibly pass out if they saw blood. You are sitting there perfectly fine. You feel the bite. It's not as unpleasant as you would think it would be. You feel a little woozy after, but she pulls away, sort of just wipes her mouth, like pulls out a little handkerchief, and it does it well, and then makes sure to clean, yeah, and then cleans up the area, and there are only little bite marks, and she goes, "That wasn't so hard, now was it?"
I don't know, it's kind of hard.
You're gonna take a total of 4 points of damage.
Puns.
Thanks.
Nice.
This is such a problem for me because vampires are like
Is that your shit?
if there was a monster that I would fall into monster fucking 4, it would 100% be a vampire. 100p.
So all these blood nymphs, you're just like, Sloan, calm down.
It's very challenging. I'm going through a rough time right now.
I'm so sorry.
You can imagine the stress that I'm under. But anyway.
You and me fucking both, Sloan.
You have trouble letting people bite you. I'm not sure about that.
I would say Bastian only because, like, it's an attack. It was technically an attack.
That's totally fair.
So
listen.
it's like, but you, I mean, I
we
guess
can keep going. We don't have to. We don't have to.
No,
we don't have to stay on this.
This is fine. She's going to look over to Ragna and Kazimir and go, now, are you going to play along? Or would you prefer someone a little different from myself? I won't be offended.
Do you need it from all of us before we get some information, more information about our friend?
All the information I have is what I gave you. If you want to go in further, I just need to know that you're into the club, as you all said. Club is such an odd word. I'd say more society.
Yeah, when I said club, I more imagined the like music, lights. You know, someone's in front of a candle, just swishing a plate up and down so that it goes out and then comes back on.
I love that. That's somewhere in the desert now. You guys gotta find it.
It's just a lantern with a little slide that you flick.
It's just burning God.
Burning God!
Burning God. Burning God, burning nymphs.
Nymph stock?
Nymph stock.
So in.
And Kazimir just kind of...
You'd be fine. I'll take you.
She gets a very big smirk with that wording. It's just like, huh. And then she'll look over to Ragna and go, and what about you?
I think Ragna is like that, like blushed, like this is wild kind of look of a young person, and she's just like, it's not peer pressure, but it's like, and he just like rolls up the sleeve of the male, and he's just like, I'm okay with you as well.
She's gonna look at all of you and goes, I'm glad that you all share the same type. I hope the same blood type as well. And she's gonna walk over and Sloan, calm down. And she's gonna do that to both of you guys. I need you both to make a con save.
Okay, cool.
I want to be that. I want to. This is so mean. This is more cool than killing me. I hope you know this.
It's fine.
I don't.
I didn't want to die before, but now I do.
Now
God, I
do.
wish that were me. What'd you get?
God,
Hello.
Oh
What'd you
no!
get?
What'd you get, homie?
14.
14, okay.
I got a 19.
Average.
I got a 19. Ragnar doesn't look. Ragna's
So
like.
Ragna this entire time, I just feel like it's just like turned completely away.
It's like a 180 situation. He's just like
Like holding on to like the hilt of the sword and going, you got a girl at home, it's okay. It's like, you got Vontis, it's cool.
This is definitely
Kazimir.
This is fighting my arm.
Oh my god, it's gonna come back later and he's gonna be like, Vontis, okay, I'm done. He's too
kink
pure.
unlocked.
He's too pure for this. I don't want to talk about Ragna and that. I feel so bad. Hang on, you're gonna take some damage. You're gonna take a total of 3.
Okay.
That's just a bit of buzz.
3 purity damage.
The con save is just to not flinch, right?
Well, we'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
So for you, with your con save, when you get bitten, you don't flinch, you don't do anything. However, you get this rush of like almost like a high as she bites into you, and after a little bit you are completely just elated. You are having a great time. It's like you popped something and you're totally like, it's like this is the best place ever. You are a little like, you're not gonna have any clouded judgment. You're gonna be fine. You can decide for yourself on things. However, that feeling was rad. Almost addictive. And you're gonna take 5 damage.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Okay. Can we wait until we?
And she's just going to smile at you and goes, and this is what our community's about. A shared feeling. You other two are just not quite comfortable yet, I understand. No pressure, but now that I know that you're wanting to play and be involved, we can go in deeper. And she's going to stand up, kind of brush off her stuff. And she will walk kind of past you guys to a curtain and pull it aside and go, if you'll follow me. We're gonna jump back to Melaena.
Okay, great. Because I'll be right back.
Okay.
Still needs a moment.
Gotta take a cold shower. Gotta take a cold shower.
Go pace girl?
All right.
Melaena.
If I don't have
as-
any hot names, I'm gonna be so mad.
Why would I do that to you? I don't pick my favorite children. It's fine. Y'all get equal love. The moment you wake up, you have a kind of surging headache coming from like the bottom of your head to like the top of your neck. It just doesn't feel great. But as you wake up, you are on a ton of like very comfortable pillows. There's a very dim light that's flickering, and as you turn your head, you can see it is from candles. As you look forward, you see that in front of you is a cage door. You have plenty of room to move around, but you are locked in here, and it is moderately bright. There are still shadows. But you can see in this room is almost like a very close image to what was happening in the other room, where you're seeing people more enjoying themselves, still having blood sucked from their arms or their thighs. But you can see that this is a very mutual understanding. And as you awake, there are 2 nymphs that are right near the door. There is one that is tall and slender with wrappings all around them. They seem to be a bit more covered than everyone else, but it's much more tight-fitting. And then there is another who is a woman who is covered in what are like tattoos that are all black. It pretty much covers her from fingers all the way like across her chest down to her feet. She has a couple coming up, but her hair is up like in a very, very high ponytail, but still very like voluptuous and waving along with like how waves would wave, but a very dark purple maroon. She turns and
You
goes,
hit me with my one weakness of tattoos, and I hate this.
"Oh yeah, there's an ultra tattooed nymph. Well, you just missed it. I didn't hit you with the vampire thing, huh?" No. She turns around and goes, "Oh, I think they're awake." And the other person will turn with a slightly deeper voice and go, "They were out for quite a while. I thought you had knocked them out for good." And she goes, that's what I meant to do. I guess I'm just stronger than I look. And she'll turn, kind of facing into the cage, hands on the bars, and go, are you doing okay?
Where am I?
You're still in our little underground system, but looks like you were trying to break in and run away. Which, this is a secret society, and that can't really get out.
I'm sorry, I must have gotten lost.
Where were you meaning to go?
I didn't want to intrude. I heard the singing.
So, you did see the ceremony. Interesting. Now, if you're going to play nice, I can let you out. Or I can come in. Which would you prefer?
Do what?
Play nice. Would you prefer me to come in with you and speak, or would you prefer to be let go as long as you're not going to try to run again?
Can I come out?
You can. Just be cautious. This is a heavily guarded area, and I don't want you to get in trouble. And she's going to take like a little key from a little area like right on like her pants, pull out the key ring, and then unlock. And the door will swing wide open, and she will go ahead and just sit on a pile of pillows. The other guard will watch and just kind of look at you and go, you may leave if you want, at least this room. We can discuss more. Is your head okay? She does a doozy of a job.
What did she do?
What would you call it? And they kind of look over, and she's like, well, it's sort of like, do you know the spell sleep?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, it wasn't a spell. It was, a blood manipulation to do the same thing. So I just knocked you out for a moment, so couldn't tell people. We're a very prestigious society. Only those allowed in are able to come in, and only the people we want to know can hear about it.
Right. So I'm trapped here then?
Not trapped. I mean, you can walk around guarded. It's mostly for your own protection at that point. I mean, I'm not going to treat you like a prisoner. Are you hungry? Thirsty? Did you need anything?
No, I'm fine.
Would you like to take a seat? Maybe get a bit comfortable? You look very... You look like you need a massage.
Stay in character.
This is my favorite episode. I'm gonna see how far I can take my players until they break in a comfortable way.
I would really just like to leave, please.
Well, here's the thing. If I were to do that, then I would need to go ahead and I would need to remove those memories, because I certainly can't have you telling people about this. And the thing is, that's not always promised that those will stay hidden. What do you want me to do about this?
If you don't want me to tell anyone, then I won't.
See, you say that, but how am I supposed to know? Take your word for it? I've taken a lot of words, taken a lot of
Very
things.
trustworthy
They're not always
person.
good.
I'm a trustworthy person.
She's just gonna look at you and just kind of. She's been smiling the whole time. She's just like, I can't take your word for it. Now, would you like to go? Do you prefer a bed? Do you need anything? Anything I can get you? Or you could perhaps join.
Do I know how long it's been?
Not really. There's not a good way to tell time here.
Join what?
A club, a society.
A society for blood nymphs.
Well, it's not only just for us, it's for everyone. And you kind of look around and you can see, again, a very similar scene to what was happening in their room, where people seem very excited to be there. Some people are just taking it easy, some people are taking a nap, and other people are over there doing other things. Like in their own corners, in their own areas.
What would I have to do to join?
Well, first, you saw the little ceremony that was happening. That's for very, very advanced members. Wouldn't be anything like that. The blood part would be, but you wouldn't have to be around a bunch of people. I mean, it can be private if you wish. But that's just how I know I can trust you.
So if I join this club of yours, you'll let me go?
Well, I mean, would you really want to go so soon?
So you want to bite me? Or whatever. Is this person a blood nymph?
Oh, yeah.
Other character? Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're
Just double
covered. They look exactly the same. They're completely red. They look like how water nymphs look, but just in red.
So you just want to bite me?
It's a very harsh word. If you prefer it, we could say bite. For me, I say it's sharing an experience.
I can't look at Sloane. I can't. Their expression is.
I am suffering.
So am I. Okay.
Fan fictions. Self-insert blood nymph.
Astrid ended up here at some time.
Oh yeah. It was fine. She totally did.
All right. And she's gonna roll up her sleeve.
Okay, I need you to make me a con save.
What if I just roll low now to get it out of the way?
I mean, you could, or you could choose to fail.
I was correct. That's a what's my con? I don't even think it matters. I rolled a 5.
Yeah, so at this
7.
point, when you're bitten, you've been like attacked by things that can bite before. Like, and you can see like this is coming as something that you would consider an attack. But when she bites down, it doesn't hurt as much as you think it does. Like how much you would think it would hurt. But almost like being bitten by like a poisonous, like, or a venomous snake. like if you feel almost something pumping through your veins in opposition from the blood being sucked, and it is almost addicting to how you feel. It's better than most drugs. And it's not, again, it doesn't change any of your stats, it doesn't do anything like that, just generally that is how it feels to you.
I'm just gonna roll something really quick. Alright.
And you're gonna take 4 damage. You were back to full after you.
Oh, I'm back to full? Alright,
Yeah.
sweet.
So now you're down to 4. Or down 4.
Alright, sweet. That... Okay.
I've had worse responses than that.
Does it always feel like that?
It depends. I mean, some people who really want to fight it don't particularly like it, and those aren't the people we want to have here. We want you to enjoy yourself. So yes, it should feel similar to that.
So, what now?
I mean, it's sort of up to you. I mean, you've joined. If you'd prefer this experience with someone else, I won't be offended. Or we can go to different rooms, take a look. I mean, you were searching for something. What were you searching for? You got lost, right?
Yeah. I was... I was just having... I was looking around. I'm new. Just arrived. So...
I see. Well, I suggest you stay for a while. Because if you're going to adventure and travel again, you should at least enjoy yourself while you're here. I can make sure you're well fed, and make sure you have something to drink, and then make sure that you can be well rested for your travel.
Right. Okay.
And we will go ahead. We will fade the scene there.
Actually, can Melaena
Oh,
just
yeah.
say one more thing?
Oh, of
Before
course.
we cut?
Go off.
I did roll but to see if she would say this.
Uh-huh.
But she will just like before she leaves, she will just say, "Can you do it again?"
We'll fade there. You'll take a little bit more damage. Oh shit, that was a lot. You guys have a good time.
Nice.
You're gonna take 7 points damage.
Are you fucking right now?
No, it's literally all up to depth at this point. They can do whatever the hell they want.
Death.
Or it can be a
I'm
secret
going
and they
for
don't
it.
even have to talk about it.
If we come from this reconnaissance mission like, oh fuck, we're so worried about Melaena, holy shit, and we just see them like, God fucking damn.
Say hi. It's fine.
Also, all they asked for was the bite, so that's all.
We can
I'm
leave it
stating.
up.
They can go from there. They can go from
Leave
there.
it up to the imagination.
I'm sure their imagination's going pretty wild right now.
Can we
so
take
they
a
can do whatever they
break?
want.
Well, I think it's a good place for a break, actually.
Yeah, we'll take a break, you guys. Go get some water, you thirsty bitches.
Some people need
Vampire
water.
cunnilingus. Anyway,
Whoa! Goodbye.
goodbye.
Whoa!
wow. Oh,
Hello?
man. Depth. Depth, you're coming in real strong with
Hello?
that. You can't just say that right before we jump
Oh, no,
in.
we
Also,
can't
that
hear
was the
you.
worst one.
That was
Other people
horrible.
can hear you. What's happening?
Oh, are we broken? Oh, good. No one can hear that?
God.
I can't hear anything.
Oh no, Sloan.
Oh, Sloan.
See,
So
I
they
think
didn't hear.
We're not going to talk about it.
Okay.
Anyway.
We're going to wait till make sure this works for Sloan.
It's
They just messaged
we-
me and was like,
yeah, they can hear us.
Oh, they can? Okay, cool.
Yeah, but Sloan
okay.
can't.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello?
I'm back.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
You're
Hey,
good?
bud.
Everything's fine. Everything's cool and fine and good.
Alright,
We're good?
Okay.
Okay.
cool.
Well, anyway, Deb said something awful, so we're going past that.
Great.
We have went ahead and we are now back with the three of the others, with Kazimir, Ragna, and Bastian. The boys! Back
We
with
the
the boys. And the Blood Nymph has said that she can take them around to look for their friend.
As
So-
they're walking
Yeah, go ahead.
around,
Yeah, go ahead.
Kazimir is smiling. Again, not trying to, just happens.
So it went from like a dour, like mean mug to like a genuine, like, huh?
He's
That's
doing
good.
great.
Panic.
Today's a good day.
I feel like it doesn't take a lot to realize that there's something wrong.
No.
But
You can
Bastian's
definitely realize there's something different.
just gonna keep acting cool because we have a job to do.
As you guys are walking through, there are a couple of rooms that actually have doors, which she does not say like to go into. She just kind of walks past and goes, "So, where was your friend when you said they were separated?"
I mean, they went out looking while we were changing, so it was yeah, I don't know.
What did they look like?
About yay big, the
Yeah,
entire
the
thing
whole
again.
All right. Well, I will go ahead and I'll keep my eyes open. Would you like to stay anywhere? Do anything? I can introduce you to some other people that are just as wonderful.
I would
Well,
love
I look
to walk around and meet people while we look.
I see. You guys go through a couple of rooms where things are happening from like 0 to like 100. Like there's a very large margin, and it's very easy. Just like there are certain rooms where you can hear things are happening, and she can tell by Ragna's face, I assume. That's like, just like
a lot of the time, if they go through a room that's like that, the tail will like go over the eyes.
she will like
Maybe.
she will make it like as easy for you as possible, as she can tell you're uncomfortable. So are you all new here? I haven't seen you around before.
Yes, just blew in from the desert.
Blew in.
Yes. On our way across the continent. It's very exciting. But we've been traveling for a
Oh.
while and we needed a place to stay, so
Where are you going to for across the continent?
which direction is Helsinki in?
It's in from
It'd be east
Helsinki.
from.
Helsinki's a real place.
Helsinki,
yeah,
fucking
this
Christ.
is the fake place.
Helsinki.
Helsinki.
As Kate says, heterosexual Sinky.
Yes.
Heterosexual.
Yes.
It's like southeast, more east than south.
We're headed to the coast, southeast.
I see. Well, I hope you enjoy it. I've heard it's lovely over there. I haven't been over there personally, but
Yes. We are walking on the same promises, so yes. Very excited to get there. need a good beach day. Surprisingly, all this sand doesn't carry the same amount of joy as it does when it is also next to water.
So you're looking for something to go with the flow? A room for that, actually.
I'm very interested to see any and all that you have here.
You guys end up going through most of the rooms at this point because she just gets excited to show you guys places. But you can tell that like there are some that do have like separate vibes. Like for example, when she's like, "Oh, you want something that goes with the flow?" There's a very low like lyre being played from that room, and it's very like almost zen, very calm. And like there are just a bunch of different vibes. But yeah, she gets super excited to show you all the rooms. And she goes, "You know who I think would love to meet you?"
Who?
I was gonna say you probably wouldn't know her name, so it's fine. But Amathelia. Amathelia is absolutely wonderful. She's like our leader here.
It's a beautiful name.
She's a beautiful person.
He's gonna look back at the other two and look at it and see Kazimir still smiling and then just turn his eyes completely to Ragna so he doesn't have to look at that and just...
He gets uglier when he smiles. It's a fact.
We love him. It's so sweet.
I would love to meet Amathelia.
I'd love to have you meet her. Well, I will show you the way. So she is further on the other side of town, closer to like almost to where the tower would be. So it's going to be a bit of a walk. And she begins to show you.
These boots were made for walking.
As
This is the bitch that Melaena is with right now.
You don't know.
you don't know.
We're about to find out.
Find out.
You guys are walking through. She begins to explain a bit about the city you're in, Endios, and she begins to explain. Well, I know you were interested in being part of our society, so I thought you might be interested in a little history lesson, something so you know why
I
you're
love history.
involved. Well,
History-
there.
History's great. As he's looking down at the floor.
History's great. Well, a lot of people fear vampires and vampire kin, which, you know, isn't all that fair. There are, of course, brutal, horrible ones, but there are many who actually are very protective of humanoids. More of like for some of them, it's more like a pet thing where they just like to have them around, but for others, they genuinely care. For us here, we genuinely think that we could help each other. For poor humans and humanoids that can't simply protect themselves, what better than to have stronger people around them? And in return, we make their lives absolutely wonderful for a bit of blood. Everyone who comes here is volunteering, so if you needed any more help to want to join, I mean, everyone enjoys it here.
Does it make it difficult that you have a vampire nearby?
Nearby.
In Helsinki? Or close to it?
Oh, we don't pay attention to anything outside of the walls. Makes things damp and ugly.
How
Plus
did
the
do they-
wars that are happening.
Do they have yellow X's in their eyes?
She does.
Oh boy!
Cool. That's all I need to
But
know.
you have seen other ones that do not.
Yeah, cool. Doesn't know.
So it's still kind of like that mix like before.
How did you get here?
Me.
Your your band of blood nymphs. How did you get here?
Well, we're all actually originally water nymphs.
Okay, that's very interesting. And how do you make that turn?
Like you know how other people can turn into vampires. This is just our own form.
Oh, so you were bitten.
I was, and it was by choice. Our people needed protection, and to be honest, being in a desert, it's not easy being a water nymph.
I am surprised that you managed to get all the way out here.
I mean, we came from an area up north. We were coming down as, you know, all of these monsters and beast attacks have been happening. We've been just trying to avoid them. And we found this place as it was being constructed about 10 years ago. And it just worked out.
Huh. So you were part of the original group who came here.
We were, yes. And then a few of us didn't want to join, so of course they left. I mean, no judgment to them. I'm sure they're not alive anymore because of the terrain and the area and everything else around.
Was it the vampire who turned you? The one in Helsinki.
Oh, I don't know of the one in Helsinki, so I assume not.
Then who was it?
Oh, we don't know his name.
Does he have like a really nice chin?
I wasn't paying attention to that, to be honest.
That's fair.
He had a lot of very nice things. Such a nice pose, but wasn't really looking. And she keeps walking.
Cool.
We are going to go ahead and you see her. You guys are walking for quite a while and you're going through different rooms. Honestly, this whole thing is still very like, as you're walking through, you're seeing the same kind of rounded rooms with a platform like either in the middle or pushed to like one of the sides of the rooms. Some of them have a religious figure, it looks like a woman, while others don't have anything in it. If anyone would like to make a check, they can. Not you, Melaena. You're fucking.
Like a perception
You're-
check.
You're seeing a different kind of
Religion,
god.
investigation. Oh,
Oh, okay.
wow.
Um,
That was a good question.
Sure.
Bastion's gonna
Oh,
kind of like.
okay.
Okay, you all do that first. Bastion's gonna do something else.
Okay, word.
I rolled for you said religion.
Religion
That's-
or investigation.
That's 5.
5.
I got a nat 20. It'll be a 21 either way. So
Let's go with religion.
religion, sure, cool.
So, as someone who lived in
Silotina?
Jeez, hold up. Jeez Christ, my brain. Marinid. What the fuck?
Marinid.
Yeah, someone who lived in Marinid. You have gone through quite a few different festivals, different like celebrations, and a lot of them are very carnal and very like to normal people, not okay. You do know that there is a certain like group during like Red Week that actually partake in each other's blood, but in honor of a god, in honor of the goddess Enyo.
Enyo.
Now, you may not know that god, and that is okay, but you know a name. I don't see why you wouldn't know that god.
No, Kazimir wouldn't, certainly.
However, you do see, like, that looks similar to, like, some of the symbols they had. And, like, a lot of the, like, blood drinking is kind of equal.
Okay.
Okay. What's Bastian doing?
Bastion's just like, oh, God, fucking hell, okay. And he's gonna use his last 3rd level spell slot and cast Sending again, just in case. He casts Sending, he's just like, Melaena, if you're not fucking knocked out, then could you tell us where you are, please? Because I've been trudging through shit for half an hour looking for you. Where are you?
Roll a D100. Let's see where we're at. At the... Don't mind me, I rolled a 69. Literally at the best part!
Nice.
And the best part of the night!
Can we get a
You
69 in the
Bastion
chat,
in your head.
please?
Can we get a hell
Just get
yeah in the chat?
Bastian, like his voice in your head in the middle of this.
Can we get a hell yeah?
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so, okay, fuck, shit, fuck. Damn it. I'm busy. Wait, what else did Bastian say?
It was like, I've been trudging through shit for a half an hour looking for you. Where are you?
I'm with one of the blood nymphs.
Bitch!
Have to go.
I'll come find you soon.
The
What? Certainly come. What the fuck?
And Bastian
my
will
favorite
say
thing.
out when he receives this message, will out loud just be like, bitch. Like,
She'll turn around. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I stubbed my toe.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
Do you
okay.
need me to make it better?
You don't want to kiss my toes right now.
Well, it's not a sewer system, it's water. It's literally water.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, the look you gave me, I'm like, I promise.
Where are all the
this
shit
isn't weird
nymphs?
shit.
At that, Melaena will,
Late just now, I guess. Fuck.
Melaena is going to try and hurriedly, get dressed.
Finish up? Get finished? Finish up?
Wow, you didn't even get finished. You just fucking put your clothes on. She looks at you. Are you okay? Was it bad? Did I do something wrong?
No, she turns away, like she can't look. I just remembered, I have friends, but,
I have friends as well. That didn't really stop.
I should, they're probably worried,
I mean, do you know where they are?
yeah, I think they're here. One of them has magic and just, you know, yeah,
Oh my god.
Oh,
yeah,
That's uncomfortable. I'm so sorry.
it's fine.
Do you know where they are? Like,
They just said that they were here.
well, that gives us plenty of time because there are many tunnels around here. Do you really want to lead us off on that sour note?
Oh my god!
Hey, I rolled so bad.
Of course.
Just do it.
Of course,
Just-
of course you did.
Just do it.
Just
Of course
do
you
it.
did.
She goes back at me.
Yeah.
No,
That's-
okay.
Wait, what was that? You didn't have to do anything.
Nike, just do
Nike.
it.
Nike, just do it.
Got us a victory, baby.
Nike, just do it, and Astrid's like, wait, do it.
Do it.
Just do it. Just do
Do
it.
it.
Just do it.
We
All I can think of is a fucking TikTok song about
anyway,
Where did Pressure go? Where'd the cat go?
There he is. There's the bitch. Hey, bud.
Hey, y'all.
Melaena,
Hey.
Melaena went
Anyway.
back.
yeah.
Melena went back
Yeah,
to finish the
we're-
session.
We're fading to black. So, yeah, you heard that. Not that, but like you heard the response.
Should we leave?
Are you talking to us?
I can't talk to you all without the fucking blood nymphs hearing us.
Okay.
Because we're in a tunnel and
just
it's echoey.
I'm just checking.
I mean, we might as well just stick around, right?
What's the sunk cost fallacy? I've never heard of it.
I mean, at this point, we're in it. We either have to fight our way out of here, or...
I mean,
or we
Welcome
get-
to the new response system. Fight or fuck.
listen. We could just infiltrate our way to the top if we wanted.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
sure.
So,
Fuck it.
Bastian's just gonna keep going.
I think Kazimir's just kind of absent-mindedly following.
Ragna is nervously following.
Ragna's having a good time. I'm sorry.
Ragna is overwhelmed.
I think Kaz is gonna turn to Ragna real quick and just be like, "Are you all right?"
No.
No accent. No.
No.
Why? What's wrong?
The vibe in here is just no.
Sorry you feel that way.
Me too.
Hateful.
Man.
Antsy.
This is my favorite episode. God damn.
Okay.
Y'all just this is so fun. Okay.
Take
so
me to
you
your
guys-
leader.
You guys keep moving forward. We're going to skip some time. Unless there's anything you'd like to do in the middle of walking through all these rooms.
No.
Shit, no. Wait, hold on. Ooh. Ooh. I have to whisper. I don't think I can I get far enough away from the nymph leading us to like whisper without her hearing?
You could try.
Sorry.
Is this for message?
Yeah, also just to like yeah, fuck it, that'll be weird. Nope, keep going.
Are you okay? You good?
Oh, no, I'm good. I was just thinking about telling those two, but then I was like, there's no way that I'm going to be able to do that without raising suspicion. He's not a particularly stealthy bitch, so let's keep going.
That is fair. We're gonna cut a bit ahead. And at this point, Melaena, you and the blood nymph are redressing.
Okay.
But she is a bit clingy. She's a bit clingy. She's just like, I had a good time. It's just like,
It's that demigod blood, you know.
Dang.
That demigod endurance.
God
That's that
damn.
Icker dog.
Call me Hercules, goddamn.
He's
Nothing
dead.
bars.
Oh, that's her. Well, Hercules is dead.
You guys
He did a
know
lot
what?
before he died, though. Keep going, I'm so sorry.
Anyway,
Yeah, I did. So redressing, and at this point, there is a knock on the door. You see there is a physical door. She will go over to answer it, and the other people haven't been bothered at all during this. Or if you went to a private room, that's fine as well. But she opens the door, and there's some talking, some whispering. Oh look, Adara's here, you guys. Uh-oh. We're gonna get shamed. We're gonna get shamed, y'all. And there's some whispering, and she goes, "I see. Thank you." And she will. Sorry, Andre. She will walk back to you and go, "I think I know where your friends are. Do you want to come with me? Again?" That was too funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Let's go.
And
She's like desperately trying to like tame her hair to make it not look like.
They will go ahead and walk with you, and they'll just like talk with you and just again a little clingy, but that's fine. You will go ahead and find yourself in this very large room that actually has an opening to what looks like would be to where you could see the red top really far above, except for there is a lot of grating on top. There is like light kind of coming in, but there is also candlelight all the way around. The room is much bigger than the rest of them. It's probably about 60 feet in diameter. And there is a big version of that like statue that you saw before in the first room before you got knocked out. But you see that again, and you can actually look at it if you would like to make a religion check.
Hang on. I've forgotten my stats. That's 19.
Yeah, blood nymphs will do that to you. Leave me alone. I think I'm funny.
Yeah, that was a 19.
A 19. You kind of recognize the symbol. It looks like more like new god, minor deity things. Not someone large you would recognize. But you go ahead. Let's give him pun points. Hooray. You'll go ahead and like the room is far less furnished than like most of the other rooms. However, there is genuine actual like cushy seating that she will more than welcomely like offer for you to sit down on and just sit beside you if you sit down.
So they're not here yet?
They're not there yet.
Okay. She's gonna stand and just try fixing up her clothes and her hair.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Well, you definitely see her go, your cape is tucked into... Here, let me help. And she'll go to help you fix your clothes. The door swings open. And the other three, I will let you be flustered, no touching, that's fine. But you will see your friend is alive. And a little disheveled. And there
No.
is...
It's the fucking car passing meme.
Yeah. And you also see the blood nymph that is with her, who is wearing very similar clothing, but she is covered from like feet all the way up to like the neck and the chins with tattoos that are black. It just looks more like tribal like symbolism rather than like items. The blood nymph here would go, and this is where I leave you. Have a good day.
Thanks.
Oh.
Oh, not her. The one that was with the three. We'll go. This is where I leave you, and we'll shut the
Oh,
door.
okay. I thought.
No, she'll stay there, and then she'll walk up onto the little platform and go. And I heard you were wanting to speak with me. I'm Amathila. How can I help you?
It's wonderful to meet you. You're the leader of this group?
I am, and the chosen of Enyo.
Of Enyo.
Mm-hmm. Have you not heard of her?
I didn't do the religion check before this.
You can go ahead and do a history or religion check at this point.
Yeah.
Do I know Enyo?
You go ahead and do a check. I feel like that's a god you would not be super, like, close with.
Unnatural 20, dirty 20.
I did a bad job. I rolled a 2 + 5, so a 7.
She's really hot. It's fine. You're just distracted.
Yeah, that's fair.
You would actually know. Melaena would know. So Enyo is more of like not like a major deity, not like a super minor deity, but like pretty much one of the gods of war. But she is more like bloodshed and like destruction, which makes a lot of sense for a vampire.
Sail away, sail away, sail away.
And at this point, she goes, "How may I help you? I know you were looking for your friend who is here."
Yes, it's so good to see you. Melaena, my, you're glowing.
Happy to safe.
Oh,
Yeah.
is he shy?
Yes.
Yes.
There's nothing inappropriate here. There's nothing inappropriate here, love. You can go ahead and open your eyes. I can get more dressed if need be.
Ooh.
There's literally nothing here other than you guys and like that
Yeah, okay.
symbolism and like chairs.
Okay.
Well, chosen. Like,
Mhm.
like champion?
I am.
Oh. That's... Ragna, were you saying something?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw your mouth moving, but I didn't hear anything.
Christian was going like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know minor deities could have champions. Ragna, sound as fuck. Only speaks when spoken to.
I have heard of Enyo before when I was a gladiator in Merinid. There were it was a festival maybe of some sort, or ritual, not sure. A secret mystery societies, you know.
Well, we have rituals here. But where were you at with speaking of Enyo? Where were you a gladiator?
In Merinid.
They know the bare bones and basics. Most of them see her as only... She can be destructive, but she can also be protective. And she is truly the goddess of vampires, which makes her far more comforting, at least to me.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Out of character. How long does this high last?
It can dwindle. I mean, like literally, it's been a couple hours, so you should be fine.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, you've gone through like a bunch of tunnel systems.
Yeah.
So
okay, cool.
you are probably fine. Melaena, probably not so much.
And what sort of jobs does Enyo have you do as her champion?
Well, currently I'm here keeping a master vampire safe. And I'm also making sure people know the good word and goodwill of what we can actually do when we're not just brutal savages here to ruin people's lives.
knew it. Let the record show that I 100% called this. I'm just saying.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You can you can uncover your eyes, darling. You're fine.
Sorry, and he's like it's not even his hand, it's his tail. So it's like it lowers down.
So cute.
I love him.
So this is where you keep the livestock for your master vampire. I'm assuming that's the one over in Helsinki.
I wouldn't say livestock.
Well, it's alive and it is stock for you to feed from, so why not?
They all come here by choice. And they all partake by choice. We don't only take. She looks to Melaena. We give.
I can see that.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't need a high passive perception to see that shit. Flush.
It is not simply here just so we can partake. We are also protectors. These people came here to have a new opportunity and to be safe, especially since all of this trauma and terrible beasts and monsters happening.
Does she
These
have
peop-
the X's in her eyes?
She does not.
Does Melaena have the X's in her eyes?
She does not.
Okay, just check.
Everybody got beat. Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, you did?
Did-
Good.
they did. Did anyone else feel like into it?
No.
Gross.
No. I mean, just like really happy.
No.
Happy.
Melaena has not made eye contact with a single fucking member of the party since they got into the room, and she isn't starting now.
I
She
felt
was like,
no. I felt
Yeah.
like someone was biting me. Which
That's not how you're supposed to feel.
That's how I felt.
That's not how you're supposed to feel. You're supposed to feel comfortable, relaxed, protected.
really good.
all right.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
She says that under her breath, and then we'll just. She's high. It's fine.
Amalthelia is just like smirking. You're
Right.
supposed to feel something like that. If you're not, you're resisting, and that's not something we want you to feel. That's not something that we wish to force onto people.
Okay. So if people don't like what's happening, they leave?
Well, normally, but you guys are unfortunately special.
What?
I'm sorry?
We're very average. Not me. We're not me, but the group as a whole. In general. Yes.
Well,
me, my lion friend, and the 10-foot tall Minotaur with a lightning scar across his chest. We're all very
so
normal.
So normal.
Also the demigod. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. One, I don't taste much blood like that, and she points to Melaena. That is special blood. That was a gift. So thank you. And she's gonna wink at Melaena. But you three must be important as well.
I mean, yes, but not in a snack bar kind of way.
I mean, chosen of Hephaestus, and she looks over to Ragna.
The tail goes right back up.
Ah,
Are you embarrassed? You don't have to be embarrassed. Why are you embarrassed? Do you not enjoy serving Hephaestus?
I do.
Hmm.
Well, no, I'm not just serving him. Like
You're serving him.
work friends,
Hmm. No.
Friends from work.
friends from
Yeah.
work.
Coworkers.
Acquaintance.
I'm
I
friends
would.
with my boss. It's really
Colleagues.
cool.
It's when your boss is really cool.
Your boss invites you to like the barbecue. You're like, hell yeah, let's go.
Man.
You're serving him. I know about you. And I do know about the chosen of Apollo as well. And she looks over to Kazimir. At least you've enjoyed yourself.
How do you know?
I mean, as the chosen of Enyo, do you know anything at all about Enyo?
From this
No.
conversation, I've gathered that she's the queen of vampires, and that's about it.
She is also a consort of Ares, which means I, unfortunately, get to be around Ares far too often.
Does he like to talk a lot?
He does. I haven't heard much about you, though. I'm sorry. You do seem special, though. I would like to know.
Is there some sort of master plan that you have for disposing of us, or is it just...
Oh, no, 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 no. I don't harbor any resent towards any of you. In fact, I like some of you very, very, very well. But I do think you have to meet someone who may not harbor the same feelings I do.
And who's that?
Come with me. And she'll walk to the door that Melaena and her came through, and she will open the door. Come along.
Well, whether we die here or die in there, it doesn't seem to make much of a difference.
Okay.
All right.
I
Need help walking?
Shit.
gonna walk and ignore it and ignore him.
God damn. That was really good.
Mm.
She will be very picky about Melaena being up front.
Ugh.
And
Ugh. God, that's boring. I hate that.
since she's up front, she wants Melaena to be up front with her. And we'll continue to
I
walk.
got it.
And then she will go, now listen. Anything that you see here is mostly made for good reason. I do understand that you won't be particularly liking the Master Vampire. But that is not something I can control. And she looks very, like, this is the first time she's kind of dropped her smile.
Well, doesn't necessarily have to be like that.
I hope not. I would like to keep my powers. But if you need to do what must be done, I will not be there to see it. And she continues to walk. You guys get to this point where you see there is a stairwell that is around a circular pillar that begins to curve and go upwards. And she goes, we will be climbing up here. Any questions?
I take it we're going to see the Master Vampire.
That's not a question, but yes.
Technically, I mean, there would be a question mark after it if it was written down.
It sounded more like a statement.
Okay, well...
No, she's just gonna give you like a sad smile. But yes. This is the way to the Master Vampire. Any other questions? Once we head up, we will be surrounded by nobles, and I won't be able to talk very much.
Are we heading to the tower?
Technically, we're at the base of the tower now.
Any tips, advice about them that we should know?
Did you all got bitten, you said?
Yes.
Yes.
Keep that close to yourself.
Cool.
Why can't you talk a lot?
You will see.
What
I
did
am
you
a
say?
servant.
Oh.
I said you will see. I am a servant. I don't get much respect. So I simply just need to lead you to where you need to be. And hope this ends well.
Right.
Melaena will just. She's in front. They're all gonna see. Fuck.
Do it, you coward!
Peer pressure, do it!
Melaena will just kind of like try and like put a comforting hand like on her arm. Just like on her forearm near her wrist.
She's gonna see that. I need everyone to make me an insight check.
Oh, okay.
Right. I
Well,
love being
that's
an
a
insightful.
22.
Just kidding.
Ugh.
I rolled.
I hope Melaena fails this. I hope Melena's the only. You got a
18.
1?
No, I got a 22.
I
22?
got an 18.
8.
8. What did Melaena get?
Oh, I have to roll as well? Whoops.
Yeah! This isn't about
Pretty
you.
important that
Well,
you
it
understand
is,
what's
but it's
going on,
not,
too.
not you particularly.
It'd be hilarious if Kazimir and Ragna got it, but
21.
not Melaena.
21.
Nope, it's just
No,
me.
Melaena got it. No, Bastian didn't get it. It's fine.
He rolled an 8. This bitch does
so-
not have any wisdom.
That's fair. At least he's pretty. You notice that she seems a bit taken aback by that gesture. You guys have all kind of noticed that people around here are not treated that kind of kindness. It's more of a mutual kindness. So that gesture just kind of like, well, I mean, they enjoyed themselves too, but just not. Yes, Sloan, that.
There ain't no aftercare?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What's going on here?
No, but I mean, there is a difference between that and genuine, like, a caring touch. And she looks taken aback, looks down at the hand for a second, looks and doesn't make eye contact with Melaena, goes, and just be cordial, and walks up the stairs.
Thank you.
You guys begin to take up these stairs, and they are long. It seems like you are going up for almost about 10 minutes.
Christ.
These are it's a very tight spiral. Very, and the 50 feet from when you came down, you know you've gone down since then. So at the top of the stairs, there is. Damn. I was just reading the comments. I'm so sorry. I'm like, like, I'll write a fan fiction. I don't give a shit. I'll do it. At the top of the stairs, there's a landing with a wooden door. She will go ahead and unlock it with her key.
Okay, duh.
What the fuck? Did she say polka dot?
It's a puppet like it polka.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Are fine. But,
Ugh.
I love you all, but you're terrible. All terrible.
We're on it.
I love you guys.
Welcome back to Tragedy of Theolosion.
No, we're not restarting. We're just going.
Yeah.
We can't restart
It's
now.
a Sunday night late show. What do you expect?
It's some form of like
Nope.
solidarity.
Nope.
How?
Solidarity.
There's no solidarity
Like,
here.
Be with me, not to help. No. You guys get to the top of the landing. There's a door. She unlocks it with the key ring on her pants. And you guys walk in to an area that looks almost like a very regal hallway. Like there's a lot of like wood rather than like stone. Like everything in here was crafted very well. And you see a lot of doors. At the end of the hallway there is a set of double doors, which she will push open. And you see a table that is going long ways down the hall. It looks almost like a banquet hall, with a lot of painted pictures all around the top. The ceilings go to about 100 feet. And you see some very familiar faces. You see the couple of nobles that were there before. You do see the bitch with the sandal from before. And at the head of the table, you see the tanned person with white hair and golden eyes, who stands up. Goes, "Oh, that took you a bit longer than I thought. Did you enjoy yourselves?"
Very, very funny.
That wasn't meant to be funny. It's a genuine question.
No, I wasn't referring to that. I was referring to this whole thing. You sent us knowing that we would end up here.
Hoping. Wasn't sure. And he stands up and starts to walk around the table. He is dressed far more like padded at this point. It looks like it is like red fabrics and like linings of fur, and like a cape. He looks like he is dressed up for dinner. And he walks over and he just takes a whiff of the air. And then he immediately glares at Amelia. These are bitten. Any explanation? For 3 of them, I was not there. And then he looks at all of you and goes, "And the last one? Any explanation?" She just kind of gulps. No. Huh? What'd you say?
She'll speak up before like she speaks, and just say, "I asked for it."
She looks at you and just like from like he's turned to you and she's just like trying to tell you to cut it. He turns to you and gives a soft smile and goes, "I thank you for being truthful. Though it is not you I'm upset at. You had no idea. But," he looks over his shoulder, "she did know that you 4 were not to be touched." As she looks down.
But you didn't exactly send us in with any kind of card or mark or sign that would have said, "Hey, don't touch these people." You just sent us into the underground without us knowing truly where the fuck we were going.
The table, all the people at the table begin to laugh, and he just smirks. There was a mark. It's just something your humanoid noises couldn't understand." You stayed at the tavern last night, didn't you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And you were fed?
Yes.
You were given pheromones by my wonderful Lucier. That mean you were only meant for me. She was not worthy of doing anything of the sort with your blood. So you have been marked, like cattle. How does that make you feel?
It seems like you have a lot of people downstairs that wouldn't really agree with what you're saying right now.
They're not for us. These are people who actually need protection. And as Enyo says, and you can see he's just dismissive thoroughly. And as Enyo says, they're not only to be cattle or to be fed, we are to protect them. And for those who can protect themselves, they're fair game.
So he's talking about the people being worthy of protection. Is he like gesturing to the nobles? Is that what is happening right now?
The people who can protect themselves, he's talking about you guys, are fair game.
Got that.
The
but
people who are not, the people who can't be protected or the people who do need protection, I let the blood nymphs deal with them.
So you just feed on anybody who could give you a fight? Is that it?
I feed on those who are worthy. Better not to break the code of Enyo. That could result in far worse things. Disrespecting is one thing. Outright disobeying is another.
Why would this guy, out of character, why would this guy talk to the chosen of Enyo that way if he, like, follows her? Does he not know?
Do you want to do an insight check on her?
No, because
you think the chosen would be in charge, not the other way around.
Right. I'll do an insight check.
Do
Oh!
an insight check.
I got a 16.
I got like.
could just be misogynistic.
That's true.
Truly could.
Insight check. Oh, also, can you guys, anyone who wants to, on like vampires, anyone who wants to can make a history check.
Nope, nothing for the history.
No,
No.
I got a nat one. No.
For the insight, I got a 22. For history, I got the 18.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry, not 18. 16.
14.
14.
Nothing for the history, 21 for the insight.
Okay, so insight, you can see that she is very much more reserved. She is holding to herself. At this point, you can see her hands are shaking. I'm gonna give it to Ragna. You've read stories about vampires before. That's been part of like your hero, and like it could be fiction, it could be reality, but generally in your books, when there are vampires, there is typically head vampires, and people that are above them can either be one, much stronger, or two, they could be the reason they are a vampire, and they can remove that, which can result in either death or lesser power.
Right, and she said that if we did what we did, she would lose her power. I think that's what she said when we were downstairs.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Does this guy look anything like the description I saw in the mind palace of whoever's brain I was in that had the like painting of
He
all
doesn't.
those?
He doesn't look one
Is
bit.
he under a spell that
His eyes are X'd out. However, go ahead and everyone make an investigation check.
I was like wondering if he was under some kind of like illusion spell that makes him look different.
Dirty 20.
Oh my god. Investigation.
I rolled a 2.
30-20 for me as well.
Garbage. Fucking 11. Having a bad
Kazimir's
night.
just mad. He's just angry.
Kazimir's actually legitimately upset right now. So
No, that's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
Ragna's-
He said cattle. That's not fair.
Yeah, Ragna's focus, he's been demure this whole time, but as soon as they came into this room and saw the situation, he's been sharp.
For Melaena and for Ragna, you can see that there are pictures on the like up on the walls. There are pictures of everyone that are here. The bigger the picture, it looks like the more important they are. At the head, you do see a picture of a very pale man with a very chiseled jaw and chin, and very slicked back black hair. You do see the picture of the tanned man, but he's not the biggest photo, and he's not the head of the table. He was sitting at the head of the table, though.
Is he the second? How big is his picture compared to everybody else's?
How big is he?
How big is he generally?
No, just keep going.
his
Sorry,
picture.
how big is his picture?
Oh, ha! Ha! I get it. Penis.
Ew.
His is like, it's a little bit bigger than everyone else's, but it is much smaller than the largest photo.
Did we ever get a name for the one we're looking for, or no?
You did. Let me pull it up. His name was Forun the Forgotten.
Forun the Forgotten. Why is he forgotten?
See if I find out. I think because I'm not sure if Bastian has noticed the pictures or anything like that.
My man doesn't notice shit. He has no wisdom. None.
I think then Ragna will speak up and he'll go. I noticed everyone's photos on the walls here. Do they? I'm guessing they have the main nobles out on the table.
They
Who
are.
is that one? And he'll point to the biggest one.
I'll ignore the question. They are. The largest picture is for those who were first in the lineage. I was one of the first.
But you're not the first.
No, we can't always be first, can we? He looks really upset.
Did you start this town?
I put quite a bit of work into it, yes.
But did you start it?
Did you not hear my answer? I put quite a bit of work into it. Hey,
So
thanks for the
no-
raid!
Thank
you for the raid.
The Garrick?
We got a bitch boy vampire noble.
We're aggravating a bitch boy.
Yeah.
Listen,
So
Melena's a bit lacking of inhibitions.
So you're not. So you're not in charge.
I am.
But like only as like a replacement.
Are you in charge of anything?
I have this bird.
I have my bird. I'm invited.
I have a bird. And then you hear someone scoff, and you see the woman just like arms crossed, glaring at Circus.
Oh, it's the woman again. That was
Yeah, the woman with the sandal. She's just pissed. He's like, then you don't know much, do you?
I wouldn't say that. I know a lot of things. I know about your... What's the right word? Is it sire? Is it daddy? Is it...
God damn it.
Something along those lines. Whoever he is to you, Faroon the Forgotten. Is this why he's forgotten? Because you've sat in his chair and taken over his town.
He's just glaring at you.
I think you got this on the head right there, yes.
He's gone. Anything outside the city doesn't matter. He's only here in remembrance.
Yes, it's very convenient to say when it's important that people not know anything about the outside of the city in order for you to keep them in it.
That's by their choice. They'd rather be here, be protected, have you seen their incomes? Every mortal who's here who cares about money is extremely happy. I seem to be doing my job just fine. On the other hand, and he's going to turn to Amalthelia, you have done a less than comparable job. And he will go ahead and he will just snap his fingers. And you see up high on the mantle, there are 2 gargoyles that are sitting in rock atop. They begin to
Oh god. Oh no.
Oh boy.
lift and loosen themselves from their place. They come down and they both grab her, one by each arm.
No, can we intercede?
I'm gonna
try and
Kaj
fucking.
is immediately going to just grab one of the gargoyles by the foot.
Okay?
Can I try and like push her out of the way?
Yeah, you can go ahead. I need both of you to like for Kazimir, I need you to make a grapple.
Do you know what I'm
attack.
trying to do? Can
Hang
I?
on, 1 second.
Yep,
1
go
second.
ahead, go ahead,
And
go ahead.
then for Melaena can go ahead and it needs to be just like a general attack. It won't do any damage. It'll just be so you can hit them. push
So
them?
just like, what do I add? Like just my strength, my proficiency.
I will let you use your dexterity. You're not proficient in it, but I'll let you use your dexterity. What's up? What does Bastian want to do?
Can I use an action right now?
Yeah.
A spell?
What do you think?
Can I cast Grease on Amalthelia?
To make her
Why?
slip easier?
So she's slippery! So she's harder to grab!
This is
Yeah.
Listen, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
However, you have to
mean-
cast it. I mean, do I have to make a save?
No, I mean it's a dex save to not fall prone, but he's like
Oh.
he's casting it kind of like it's a 10-foot square centered on a point within range, so he's centering it on her, and so it won't catch all of the gargoyles, but it'll catch her for sure, and it just
That's
like dumps down on top of her and onto the ground, so she has
Oh
to make a
my
dex
God.
save to like stay upright, but like it'll also make it more difficult to grab onto her.
Yeah, she'll be fine. She's like barely like standing. Then Melena's gonna come and push her, which is gonna be a great combination. So what'd you get, Melaena?
That's what did I get? 19.
Yeah, so the grease falls and you push her out of the way, and with this grease she begins to slip back even further. So hang on, let me roll something.
This just
Oh,
became the most
boy.
Buster Keaton shit I've ever seen in my life.
For real!
in
For
D&D.
fucking real!
Just imagine the slipping noises from like all the Looney Tunes. And then she's pushed back. She's kind of sliding on like her heels. But she falls into a couch very comfortably. Like she just like is pushed back about 30 feet and falls into a couch.
Those grease stains are never gonna come out, bitch. My final fuck you to these vampire assholes.
I love it. And then what did you get for the gargoyle?
Oh, I got a nat 20 on that, so that's a with
Shit.
athletics. That's
Yeah.
a where is it? That's a 27.
It fails. It goes. "Roar." It just kind of like looks at you, and it's just like and it looks at your hand and looks at you. It looks a little scared, to be honest, because you got this like tight grip. I'll let you go ahead and roll a
Gorilla
d6 of
grip.
damage, since you.
Oh, just for grabbing?
Oh, you got a nat 20 when you grabbed it.
That's a
Oh,
fucking grip.
okay,
That's a
cool.
grip right
Thanks.
there. Goddamn.
Well,
Thanks,
I
Stefan.
imagine you're already pissed,
Rip.
so it's like
Yeah. Okay, well, that's just a 2.
that's fair. You want to take an
It's a
extra 2?
2.
You want to take
That's
some
cool.
2?
I'm not raging yet, so no rage.
Yeah, I fucking did not prepare for combat today. We did not get a long rest before this.
We sure didn't.
I did.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, you
All right.
And look where we are
so-
because of it.
they're gonna go ahead and we're gonna have Saul roll initiative. I don't think it's gonna take that long.
What?
I don't think it's gonna take that long, to be honest,
Fear.
because you guys are terrified.
Haha, I got 19.
Oh my god, I'm rolling ass.
11.
That's good for you.
Should we wait?
It's double digits.
Okay, let's go 20 or let's go 25 20. Okay. Let's go 19 to 15.
19.
15.
Heck yeah. We got I almost forgot how to write your name, Andre. Goddamn.
My name?
Yeah, I don't know why. My brain just went letters don't exist and I went
Andre.
okay.
O-N.
Andre.
E-N-T-R-E-E.
A-Y.
P-H-R-Y. Andre.
My name's actually been Entree the whole time. I'm so sorry.
That word spelled so bad. Anyway, okay, so 14 to 10.
11.
Damn,
What'd you get, Bastian?
8.
What'd you get?
I knew it was an 8. I felt it in my soul.
He's just a little guy.
Yeah, he is. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, and we are going to have Andre go first.
Hell yeah! I want to do this as a free action if it's cool.
What
Can I
is
get
it?
animal handling or insight or something on this gargoyle? See if it's just like a big guard dog.
It's just a dog.
It's a boof.
Rock
Oh,
dog.
did you? Is Leto still at the hotel? I totally forgot about Leto.
Oh
No, Leto's with
Leto's with Drachnos and
Got it.
Finley outside the gate.
because they couldn't come in.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So no worries.
You can go ahead and do an insight
Okay.
or investigation, whichever works.
Well, it's not great. It's an 11.
It doesn't look like any kind of animal you've met, but legit looks like it's made from stone.
Does it look just like
It looks like a combination of like demon-esque and like almost a bit like monkey, like maybe ape,
Monkey.
monkey.
monkey?
And with a pair of wings that look similar to bat wings.
Does it look scared more so than like defensive?
It looks scared of you. It looks like it's still going to attack you though. Like it looks like it's prepping it. It just
Okay.
is terrified of you.
Okay. Just trying to gauge the humanity of this thing, really.
That's fair. It seems like it's still going to be attacking
Okay.
you.
Then I'm going to go ahead and use let me double check something. Ah!
Kill that boy, Andre. Kill that dog.
Yeah, I'll just fucking slam him to the
Smash
ground
him.
real quick.
Yeah, smash him against the shit.
Just gonna bop him.
just like up and then like.
Oh, you're gonna
back on.
Hulk him. Okay.
Mhm.
Sure. Yeah. Kaj smash.
Taj smash.
Taj
Okay,
smash.
go ahead and
Is
roll.
this the Loki scene from Avengers where you're just
Yeah,
like
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. This technically is going to count as an unarmed attack, but I
Sure.
will make the damage more than
Okay.
like a d4.
So that is for unarmed attack. That is a 24 and a 21.
Yeah, they're both going to hit. Go ahead and roll a d8 for each.
D8.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Let's see.
I was gonna say big man, big arms, hard floor,
Yeah.
Hard
Yeah.
body.
And then
hard body.
need a double. Can I rage real quick? before I
Yeah,
do
you can
that?
rage as a bonus
Okay, cool.
action.
Thank
Like I
you.
just
And then
imagine you're in the middle, like raising, you're like, ah, and then you.
I need to do all the. Oh shit! I have so much shit to do. Okay, so
One at a time.
rage bonus. It's with strength weapons. Does that count with unarmed attack?
Aren't you proficient with your unarmed attacks?
That's true. Yeah.
As
Oh,
a,
if you're proficient, then yeah.
because
that's fine.
don't you get that as a barbarian, or is that not?
Actually, I need to double check. Actually.
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I will count it for your rage.
Okay. Then it would be a total of 11 damage. 11 smack'em damage.
For one or both?
Oh no. I'm sure they're coming back in a second.
13
D8?
total.
13? Okay.
And then
Hold on, I can't hear you.
oh boy,
Oh.
Oh
Again.
no!
I'm just gonna go
Quick,
ahead
say
and
nice
roll.
things about Sloan.
Yeah, go ahead.
But y'all
I'm
can.
gonna
hear
just roll
me.
for my wild
Say
magic
nice
shit
things
real
about
quick.
Sloan. Sloan's wonderful.
Sloan's really cool.
They're
I
fantastic.
okay. I don't know
Sloan
how
is,
useful this is,
God amongst men.
but wow. Actually, that's pretty good.
What's that?
Okay. I rolled on the normal magic surge table, and then I'm gonna roll on the one that you gave me
Hell yeah.
for my upgrade. That's a D100.
Ooh.
You got so much shit.
Ooh, I got 98. That's me.
Ooh,
Radiant damage, baby.
damn.
Yeah. So let me double check that because I think it was with weapons. Is that correct?
It just says your attacks count as radiant damage.
Hell yeah! I love when I leave shit like that.
And then the wild surge I got was the lightning bolt. So lightning bolt shoots from your chest. Another creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must succeed on a con save or take 1d6 radiant damage. Be blinded until the start of your next turn. Until your rage ends, you can use this effect again on each of your turns. It's a bonus action. So I'm gonna target that fucking.
Can you do it automatically, or do you have to use your bonus action?
It's with my bonus action, but it happens with that first rage.
Cool.
So I'm gonna fucking light up the tan bitch that fucking led us here in the first place.
Yeah. So he's gonna fail.
Cool. He takes 5 radiant damage. Good.
You notice that it hurts him a lot more than you would think it did.
He's a vampire. Which makes sense.
I go hit
Power.
him.
God and anime arms.
You're going to hit him later. It's
I'm
fine.
gonna hit him later. It's gonna be great. And I don't have to go anywhere. Shit.
That's
I'm
fair.
good.
Awesome. So next up is actually Emethelia. I'm gonna make a wisdom save to see if she's going to fight. She looks too scared currently.
Oh.
Next up is Melaena.
Melaena is going to stance protectively in front of Emethelia. And attack one of the gargoyles with. How close is she?
Amethelia?
No, the gargoyle.
Oh, the gargoyles. If you push, they're probably right about 5 feet away from you.
Cool. I'm gonna stab him with my short sword.
And,
Wait, are they like within melee or?
they're within melee of you.
Okay, sweet. There.
You cut out there.
Said fuck. I don't think that hits. That's
What is it?
Oh, wait, my modifier is pretty good. 17?
17 is gonna hit, yeah, definitely. At
Sweet.
first, it's a little weird because you're putting your sword directly into stone, but it seems to break and crumble. Go ahead and roll some damage.
That's 10 points of slicing damage.
Heck yeah! So you do 10 points worth. So you break a pretty good chunk out of like its midsection, and it just looks at you, and then it says something in a very low grumble that almost sounds like an earthquake. It's not something you're probably gonna be able to understand. All right.
She still flips it off though.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Heck yeah. Next up is gonna be Ragna.
Ragna unhooks the giant blade from his back, slams it on the ground to make a point that how heavy this thing is, and he looks over towards Mr. I'm in charge, and he goes, "Our business is not with you. It would be better if you be more gentle with everyone here." And he just swings around to smash the gargoyle behind him, or next to him.
Cool.
And
Go ahead.
Let's see. That is the 18, 10 plus 8.
That's gonna hit. Yeah, this like flat side of this, that's gonna fucking hurt. Go ahead and do some damage.
I do extra damage because it's fire now. Because some of it's fire.
Heck yeah.
Ooh, okay. That's 14 bludgeoning and 6 fire.
Okay, yeah. No, you do a dang good job. So as you bludgeon it, you hit it initially with the side of your sword, and it hits right in the midsection, but you see that area has dented. And cracks are going up all the way across like the shoulders, the neck, up to the face, down through the legs. It seems like you've done some really bad damage, but as it's there and after the initial hit has been done, you see those cracks begin to light up with fire, and does internally some damage before it slowly deflates since it is stone.
And then I will hit it again.
Do it.
Zog. That is another 10 plus 8. So another 18.
Yeah, go ahead and do it again.
Do it again. Oh, 6 more fire and 12 bludgeoning.
Yeah, so you go ahead and pull back, rear back, and smack it again. Like a baseball, this gargoyle flies across the entire banquet hall to the other side of the room, where there's like a slight ledge on top at the very end of the banquet hall. It hits the railing and just crumbles. So pieces of the statue just fall onto the ground, a bit onto the second floor as well. Some kind of sticks into the railing, but that one is gone.
I know it won't reach him, but I'm just gonna use a daunting roar as my bonus action just to prove my point of I'm not happy here.
Either are.
Okay, got it. I got my tube. Give me a second.
Do it.
There are. Yay! There are. Oh, awesome.
Roar's been done.
Well, I mean, you could move to him. If you'd
Roar-
like.
Sure. I'll slowly walk to him and then I'll do it in his face.
Okay, what is the
Hell
what kind of save is that?
It's been a minute. DC 16 wisdom save.
Ah, it's so cool.
Well, he's blind and terrified.
He's fucking blind.
Like he didn't
Wait.
see you come up. He didn't see you come up, and then just this loud, like roaring, and he's just like, ugh.
Is this the lead vampire who's blind?
Yeah.
What happened
Yeah,
to
they
him?
Because of the
blinded him.
lightning bolt from Kaj's chest.
They
Incredible.
blinded him. It was great.
Also, I think you missed it, Sloan, but he's weak to radiant damage.
Oh.
Found that out very quickly.
I want Christian wants to get rid of him, but I know that would get rid of someone's powers, and I'm like, oh no. So it's fine. That's it for me.
Okay, next up is gonna be Bastian.
Are there any windows in this room?
No.
No? Looking up, is it just like covered stone?
Yeah. It looks like they're trying in every way possible, if there was light, to keep it out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I think just in an effort to back up Ragna, I think Bastian's just going to point his wand at the wall, with some sort of latent energy gathering around it,
Mm-hmm.
and say, I think we can all just sit down, unless you'd rather I blast this wall open and set your pretty roof on fire.
You don't see him do anything.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray at the wall.
That's fair.
Do I need to roll to hit a wall?
Not really.
Great.
The thing is that this room is mostly stone.
Mm-hmm.
The hallway was wood. Go ahead and do some damage. That's probably gonna just light some paintings on fire.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it is only just... what about the door? Is there wood anywhere? You said the hallway was wooden?
The table
No.
that everyone's sitting at.
No, I don't think I have anything that's force damage either. Shit.
I mean, the door is the railing on where the gargoyle hit.
You said that the hallway was wood?
The hallway behind you is wood, like wood made, but it looks like it was built on. Like the stone exterior was there, and then they built on for that hallway.
I see.
Here it is all stone.
Got it. All right. Well, then I'll just do a fire bolt at him.
Fair, go ahead.
So that's gonna be like, oh my god, I'm rolling garbage. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Hit.
Yeah,
That is just barely gonna miss.
just barely gonna miss. Okay, great. It's a warning shot.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could play it off as a warning shot. He couldn't even see it. It's fine.
That's my turn.
Sounds good.
I'll like fall back to be near Amalthelia.
Yeah, you can. You can ignore the grease and do that. Be like, whoop. Selma was gone during her turn. She did have a turn earlier. She did roll a wisdom save, to try to join the fight, but looks like she's having a hard time. The gargoyles and the vampires. So the gargoyle is going to attack Kazimir because he has him by the foot. It's going to kind of curl up and begin to attack him as he's being held.
Sure.
The first hit is not going to hit.
Oh.
The second hit's not going to hit either. So he's trying to reach up and scratch and bite at you, but you're just holding him far enough away to where it's not going to do anything. Wow, I had to sneeze. It's not going to do anything. No, so that doesn't do shit.
That's
Next up
cute
are the
and
vampires.
sad.
Yeah, it's really sad. The vampires are all going to stand up. There is a total of 6 of them, including the main boy. The bitch with the sandal.
That sandal bitch.
She's gonna go ahead and she's going to beeline for Bastian.
Oh boy.
She has to dash to get over there, but she's like right up on you. The head guy, he can't do anything, so he's going to dodge.
He can't do anything?
No.
Oh, because he's blind.
Yeah,
And
he can't do
he's
anything, so
into-
he's gonna
into field.
dodge. Then the other 4, yes, 4. I can do math. The other 4 are going to come up and begin to attack. We're gonna do 2 on Melaena, 2 on Ragna, and 1 on Kazimir.
Hit me, bitch.
For Melaena, that is a total of a unnatural 20 and an 18. Do those hit?
You're muted,
You're
bud.
muted.
You muted.
They both hit, but I'm gonna use Uncanny Dodge for the first attack.
Okay, the first attack, does that just have it, or does it completely?
Halve it.
Okay.
It's just
perfect.
halves it.
Well, at this point, this one is going to it's going to claw at you. Or actually, with this one, it's going to go ahead and grapple you, so you're not going to take any damage.
Okay.
I can let you have the second one, since...
Alright. I'll have the second one.
So, this one's going to grab onto you, and it's immediately going to bite down. It's going to go for your neck. That's going to be a total of 8 damage, with an extra little spicy 5 necrotic damage.
I almost don't want to use Uncanny Dodge anymore, but I will.
This bite is much different. With the other one had like a sense of like understanding. This one is just vicious, and you can feel the life force being pulled from you. You can feel it through your veins coming out to the holes in your neck.
Is my max HP lowered by 5 as well?
Yes. All right, and then let's go ahead and do the other ones. That's gonna miss. Kazimir, don't you worry. That vampire can't bite through your hide.
Say some shit
and-
about cattle again. Do it.
Do it. And then Ragna, that's going to be a 19 and a unnatural 20 to hit you. Will that hit?
Those both.
Okay. The first one, they're going to grapple you instead of attacking you.
Oh, they're gonna grab me first. Cool.
And then they're going to bite you. It's going to be a total of 9 piercing damage with an extra spicy 7 necrotic damage. Your max HP is lowered by 7. And you feel that same thing. To you, it felt very similar to the other bite. It wasn't, I mean, like, this one's far worse, but you can definitely feel your life force being pulled. It's really unsettling. All right, that is their turn. Next up is going to be Kazimir.
Cool. So, Kaj is gonna. Oh, what's
I
up?
also totally see Sloan wanting to say something. Are you cool?
It's not my turn
You
yet.
good?
It's not my turn
Oh,
yet.
okay. It's your
Okay.
turn.
Got plans.
Playing time. Gonna go ahead. Just do. Well, I'm gonna use my bonus action to cause the wild surge to happen again. Another fucking lightning bolt to that bitch. Make a con save for that little blind bitch who just got unblinded real quick.
He's like, ah! And then he's going to fail again. So go ahead and roll that damage.
Hell yeah. That's a fucking 6.
Okay.
6.
It hurts him a lot more than what it normally would.
And then gonna go ahead and grab the fucking javelin of lightning. Activate that shit.
Mhm.
Chuck it. And that'll be. It would be 46 lightning damage on top of the javelin damage,
Mhm.
but it'll be radiant damage instead. So it'll
It's
be-
just to him, or is it hitting other? Like, are you trying to make it aligned to his
well,
main
it's a
possible?
direct line towards him. Is there anyone else in the way?
There's the one in front of you.
Sure.
Yeah, it would only hit 2.
So 6 plus 3 plus 6 plus 6 is 21 plus another fucking 6. Holy shit. Plus 4. So that's 31 damage total radiant to homeboy.
Mm-hmm.
And then the person in front of me needs to make a deck save.
How's
He's
he
gonna
looking?
fail.
How's he looking? Jesus.
I'll
Fail.
talk about that in a second.
Then that'll be a 21 damage radiant to them as well.
Jesus fuck.
So
That
what
was
you're
my
saying is the 21 was
attack.
doubled?
Yeah.
Oh, he looks a lot worse than I thought. So at this point, he has fallen back against the table, his like spine hitting the side of the table from the javelin sticking out of him. He's now cowering at his feet, like this, and just like saying, "I'm sorry, I yield," and all the other vampires turn and go,
Wow.
but they're going to step back.
Cool.
The one in front of you hobbles away as he looks messed up.
Cool.
Or hobbles back a step.
For my second attack,
That's fair. Go ahead.
I'll go ahead and instead of attacking, can I just do a grapple check?
Yeah, that's easy.
Okay, I'll just storm over and just grapple him.
Yeah, he's gonna fail. Oh, actually, no, he has he's dodging.
Well-
No, it's fine. He fails.
Oh,
Don't worry
okay,
about it.
cool.
I mean, he's just. I'm guessing if we're maybe going out of turn order or whatever, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, it's loose initiative at this point.
Losing this initiative.
Yeah.
Like his vision should start to be coming back as soon as Kazimir is like stomping over towards.
It's because it's still gonna be about 6 seconds. I'm
Gotcha.
gonna at least keep that in turn order, but at this point
Sure.
he's just
Gotcha.
yielded. Now he is grappled.
Cool.
Um,
That's my turn?
Awesome. We're kind of in loose initiative. If you guys still want to keep fighting them, feel free, and we can stay in initiative. But they have started to retreat, or not retreat, but like have standed down.
Can this be a cliffhanger?
Not quite yet.
Okay. Not quite yet. What do you mean?
No,
What does
No,
that mean?
I have something planned. Are you guys gonna do anything else?
Melaena's just gonna keep standing in front of Amathelia.
And Bastian had something that he was
That's
gonna
which one?
do
What are we gonna do?
on his turn. So he's
can do your turn.
used all of his 3rd level spell slots.
Mhm.
But he has Hera's circlet. Inside of which he always stores sending just in case. So he's gonna use that sending, and he's gonna contact the blood nymph who was showing them around and say, Amalthelia is in danger, please help us. There are more of you than there are of them, and we already have them on the back foot.
Bastian.
We need your help. And that's it.
In response, you're going to hear, "We will die. I cannot. The best I can do is make sure they can't escape through the tunnels. I'm sorry."
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
So you have him grappled. Kazimir, are you doing anything with this guy?
So anyway, I was grabbing him, right?
So I just
Yeah.
started blasting.
That's
Yeah.
a lesson.
I have the power of God and enemy on my side.
I think in a very familiar move to use Serenity, I'm going to grab him and just slam him up against the wall real quick.
Word.
And waits for any word from the rest of the party before going on.
I got nothing. If you got a speech, go ahead.
You go, my guy.
Hey, thanks
Thank
for
you
the
for the
Thanks for the
raid.
raid.
Rain.
I would say just don't kill him.
It's so funny. You think you're protecting people. All you've done is made a little shithole for yourself in the middle of nowhere. With no one to save you. Too bad.
Just
Ooh.
slam him up against the wall.
Ooh.
Okay, go ahead and roll some damage.
Hell
Christ.
yeah. Crunch. And that's radiant damage. Oh boy, that's max damage.
Oh my.
That's 12 points of radiant damage.
Oh my
Oof.
god.
Yeah, you slam him up against the wall, and he's just limp.
Oh my fucking god, he fucking dead.
Yeah, he is just limp. Just. Yeah, he just crumples to the floor. At this point, the rest of them go to run out of the room.
Which way are they going?
They're going the way that you guys came from.
Good luck. Should we
Yeah.
let them leave?
I don't think they'll be getting very far that way. I just contacted the one who was showing us around, and she said that they would try and keep them from escaping through the tunnels. But that means that we have an opportunity to leave. And I think we should take it.
You hear the door slam behind them as they run away. And as things are calming down, you hear a different door from the other side of the room shut. And up above at the landing, you see a very familiar man standing right under his portrait. And he just looks over and goes, "That was a shame, wasn't it? I suppose he deserved it." We'll leave it there.
Hey.
Wow!
Oh
Okay.
my god!
Hey.
Awesome.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna get so
Oh my
much yelling
God.
tonight. I just know it.
What? What is
Let's
this?
hope talks go better next time, huh?
Was it a test?
We don't like bullies.
Was it all a test? What's going on?
Gotta be a test. Gotta be.
It was all
Wow.
a
The
fucking test.
heck?
Anyway.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to go do some announcements and then we'll introduce ourselves so you can find us on different things if you liked hanging out with us. So this is Faye Fiends and Friends. So you can find us here every Sunday unless we're not here. But every Sunday at 8:30 EST or 5:30 PST, we have other shows at the same time. Tomorrow we have Witches of Woodside, where Death and I will be on that with a bunch of other lovely people at the same time. That is a modern day campaign. And then on Wednesdays, we're taking a little bit of a break, but you can catch Sellsword Saga here every other week in a little bit once we're all feeling a little better. And then we do also have our one-shots that are happening this upcoming week. We are having a one-shot for our charity that's going to have some special guests. So just come back around on Wednesday to figure that out. You'll get some really cool prizes if you donate towards the charity Care Afghanistan to help people in need over there. We got stickers and some other cool stuff, and we got guests. So what's not to love? We also have Adara, who is going to be our DM. So go ahead and catch us on that, and also follow our Twitter if you want to be updated on that kind of stuff, because that's where most of our updates are gonna be. Um, Thank you to our
So have
sponsor.
a Discord if you want to keep up with updates.
We do. We have a Discord, which is actually in our link tree. So thank you for the link tree. It is Fae, Fiends, and Fans, where you can catch up on some stuff. That's where we put out our alerts for when we're live, or cool things we found, or if you have cool things you want to share with us because you like our show, go ahead and share them there. We do have a sponsor. Thank you for Geeky Clean, who we are affiliated with. You can buy bath bombs, dice, and bath bombs filled with dice and other bathroom accessories and stuffs. Do not eat them. Stop that. Do not eat them. But they are wonderful, and they are part of our thing where if you do anything to help us, like donating or using our affiliate links, or you go to our Patreon, or a Redbubble, anything like that, 10% of that is going to go to our charity. Speaking of which, we have a Patreon, which you can join us for all of our shows. We also have a Redbubble, which you can buy cool merch if you like our shows. For example, like that hat. We also have masks and shirts and tote bags and every other thing that a gay like us would love. So you can find us there. Sloan, stop. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. You looked really disappointed and then scared. So you can find that stuff there. Thank you to Sirenscape for all the cool vibes today. We needed the vibes. So vibes, my dude.
Vibes.
And we're gonna go ahead and we will just kind of say who we are, and then we will head out for the night. I'm Serenity. You can find me as Clickety Clack Snack on TikTok mostly. I do have my link tree in there. I will actually be in a one shot with a couple other TikTokers this Tuesday. I don't have all the information, but some really great TikTokers like Emo Joseph and Amelia Som. So that will be very, very fun.
Oh,
So cool.
Where is
yeah, they're
it
wonderful.
happening?
I don't know.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
I'm assuming it's gonna be where Unprepared Casters is.
Oh, I see.
I
okay.
don't have 100% like on everything. We're still figuring last minute stuff out, but you can catch us on that. I will. There will be probably TikToks out about it. And yeah, that is me. Next up is Andre.
Hey everybody, my name is Andre. I go by Dice Goblin Andre on various social medias. You can find me here on Sundays for Tragedy Theolosion and Sellsword Saga on Wednesdays when that fucking happens. You can also find me on my own personal Twitch channel where I do art things sometimes, including tomorrow on Mondays where I do tag team art streams with my buddy Sloan. And also very exciting news, I have my own personal Redbubble now.
Yes.
you
Uh,
dirt!
And I'm selling various illustrations I've done for myself. And they're good.
Very
and you should
good.
buy them.
It's very yes, you absolutely should. It's very
Yeah.
good.
Hell yes.
So awesome.
Ugh. Sorry, my head was
Basic.
itchy. Hi, my name is Sloan, aka Arcleave. My pronouns are they, them, and I am here on Sunday nights, obviously, doing Tragedy. You can also find me on the Welcome In on Friday nights, where I play Barney, the anxious half-elven druid. And, you know, lots of other things coming up in my life. Just lots of things. I do a lot of streaming, love Hades, and I am a graphic designer and artist and all that jazz. So
Graphic design is my passion.
graphic design is my prison, and you can find me on Twitter about it. So yes, that's me.
Hello, I'm Depth. I go by Chaotic Bunny on all the things. You can find me here on Sundays on Tragedy playing a whore. And then on Mondays, you can find me playing Cat.
A whore.
Not as much of a whore. Yeah, I do the socials with Christian over here. We do the Twitters and the TikToks. So yeah, and I'll be in the one shot later this week. We're raising money for Afghanistan appeal. There will be honey involved.
That'll be funny.
What?
That'll be funny.
Honey.
Honey is like the thing that
Honey.
the bees
Yeah.
make?
Yeah, there will be
Okay,
honey
weird.
involved. And hot sauce maybe. I don't know. We'll find out.
What the fuck?
What a
are y'all
strange
doing?
combination.
Are y'all doing a
Yeah.
Hot Ones episode? What's up?
Tune in to find out.
Okay.
Fuck around and find out.
Fuck around, find out.
Hi, everybody. I'm Christian, aka Fluffy Goomba on several socials, mainly on TikTok, but maybe soon on Twitch. Maybe soon. We'll see. Lots of things happening in my life that are rapidly approaching. Anyway, you can also find me on websites like Hydrate or DieBeforeMitchMcConnell.com because I'm straight and there are fates that are worse.
Damn.
God.
Thank you so much for watering my
Damn
crops
it.
today. Thank you. So much.
Oh
God.
You can also take Hydrate or Die Before Ted Cruz if you're feeling fancy and you want to go Texas route. It's fine.
Oh Jesus.
That's me. That's me.
The Lord. The
Lord
has
giveth
gift.
and the Lord shall
Anyway.
taketh away. So we're gonna
Yeah.
end the stream tonight.
Yes.
Thank you
What a
guys
note to
all.
end on.
Thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate you all. If you like us, go ahead and give us a follow. If you want to, give us a subscribe because we got some cool emotes. So we hope to see you here next week.
Emojis.
Emojis. We got cool emojis.
We're gonna rate
We're
Devil's
gonna
Like
go-
Gaming because I
Ooh.
think that they all look really cool.
Cool.
Hello, yeah.
Heck yeah. So we're gonna head over there. We'll see you guys soon.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Oh wait, I can't just hit the raid button. I have to click the end button. Goodbye.